Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel, and we're doing a Sunday chill out stream today. So I hope everyone's doing well. So we're talking about the MiSTer FPGA, and anything goes, guys. If there's anything you guys want to see, I'm just gonna play, and it is just fun. So I wanted to start off with these ROM hacks because, as you know, I'm a big Street Fighter fan, and there's some ROM hacks out where you can catch birds. The fire barrels, the oil barrels actually hurt you, and the floor's on fire. So we'll start with those. I hope everyone's having a good Sunday. This is just a random unannounced stream. Also want to give a big shout out to MiSTer Add-ons. They are the sponsor of this particular stream, and they are randomly because they are an absolutely awesome sponsor. So guys, yeah, let's crack on a little bit and let's play some of this. Okay, so let me be Claw. Well, I like my guy Claw a little bit in Champion Edition. I think he's rather potent in this game. So here we are. I am in the USA, and let's do this. Okay, I don't know what this one's doing. It's called the vampire one. So whether. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay, nicely timed. Okay, here we are. Right, let me make some adjustments here. How's everyone's Sunday going, man? I hope you guys are all doing well. The Mrs. King, I'm not sure what this one actually does, so let me go and load another one. So there were a few hacks. I did a video on it. So let's do aimed barrels. That might be fun, where barrels are like aiming for your head, and it does result in barrels of fun. By the way, guys, if you want these hacks, you want the MRA files. Yo, morning Retro Tuner, how you doing? So if you want to get these hacks where these barrels, like, it's gonna come and hit the guy in the head now. Love that. Right, so if you want to get these for yourself, the MRA files are hosted over on my Discord. There's a link to my Discord in every video. So let's oh, I might need to do buttons again because I was playing this on stick yesterday. So define buttons again. I like how the soundtrack has changed. Oh, pardon me. Right, let's do this. I feel like my M30 drops input sometimes. I did give it like a 10-15 minute charge just before this stream, so not exactly sure. Right, okay, so let's run with this. An interesting soundtrack. Hope everyone's doing well, guys. So yeah, this is a hack where now the barrels are going to try and attack us. Now in Street Fighter 2, Ken was my favorite character in the arcade. I was a Ken guy. I think now, like, yeah, I like Ken in certain other games. So we should be getting barrels dropping on us at some point. Okay, well, I ran a different one. I'm not exactly sure what's going. Do I need to? Okay, so if I press start, barrels fall down. You press start, and a barrel's gonna come. I've got barrels to attack him with. Yeah, so there's a different way barrels come out randomly. Sorry guys, I'm playing on an M30 controller. Not many people like it, but I drop a lot of moves on that. So what happens in this, you've got a limited number of barrels that are up top, and when you press the start button, they just drop down. It is crazy whack. Let me do the one where they drop down randomly, actually. So that's aimed barrels, aimed fire. Maybe it's barrels of fun. Maybe it's this one here. So when you play it, it drops randomly. So one can hit you, it can hit your opponent, and it's really weird. You can form part of a combo of it. It'll be interesting to see someone like Desk, or someone that's very skilled playing it. I do like the guy that has made these ROM hacks is a guy called Sebastian Mihar. I did a video on it yesterday. I didn't expect the video to do well, but it's the kind of stuff I really do like doing. So again, let me just go my buttons because I was playing this on arcade stick yesterday. Okay, so weird kind of music, weird music, weird soundtrack for this. But hey, you know what? If you're in there hacking the ROMs, then you get to pick your soundtrack. Right, let's have a look at this one. This one now, they should just drop on me randomly. Let's go Guile. You know, because I listened to Guile's advice. I went home and I became a family man at some point. So I'm a family man now. So now, like, see, we haven't got the barrels up there, so they should just be dropping randomly. Well, at least I hope they do. Oh, there you go. But yeah, drop back there. You can see the shadow. Wow, man. But I feel like these will be fun. One more barrel to hit. Ah, the barrel got him. Guys, you got to try these out, man. You have to try this hack out. It's really, really good. Retro Tuner, hopefully you'll be checking these on your stream later. Again, Terminator 2K2 has actually provided all the MRAs for these. So, wow, look at that. See? Oh, I thought that was gonna end it for me. Wow. I'll tell you what, I love the sound effects for CPS1. Okay, that's that done. Let's go. I've actually added the Princess Crown. The Princess Crown translation on here. Looking on the... Yeah, man, it's on there, Tuner. It's on there now. I think Terminator 2K2 posted it on JT's Discord as well, because obviously JT is the guy that brought us CPS 1, CPS 2, and I really hope in the future CPS 3 as well. So, guys, I don't know what it is with this M30. I know it's a great controller, and I'm really not far from my MiSTer, but I really do feel like it drops inputs for me, at least in the menu, not so much in a lot of games. So, let's go console. Okay, this isn't going to be like the best viewing, but Princess Crown has received the translation, and I haven't tried it on the MiSTer yet. But for the whole part, the Saturn core is just so darn good, guys. I'm expecting it just to work like straight out. So yep, let's go all the way down to P. We're getting there. Okay, Princess Crown English translation. So a big shout out to everyone involved in this. I particularly like the Saturn Shero website. It's just an awesome place, man. Wicked, Retro Tuner, you got it, wicked. So what I've done, oh, I haven't got that core on now. So what I did do, let me show you, for example, now. If I go core, has it got part for the arcade bits there? Oh, here we go. If I go arcade and I go to arcade offset, I've just made a folder for now called SF2 CE Champion Edition hacks, and I've put all 7 in here. It's up to you how you put them in yourself, but you've already got the ROM on there because it's working on the Champion Edition ROM hack that we're running for the CPS1 version of the game. So it's nice to have another 7 there. I think Terminator 2 has also fixed one for Street Fighter 1 where it lets you pick the characters with button combos, because that stopped working a while ago. Yeah, I think there was an issue with it anyway. Someone that was looking after it kind of, I don't know, just stopped supporting it for whatever reason. So, but it's nice to get these back. I think Toya from over, oh, that's a little bit loud. So I think Toya from JT's Discord server is going to be managing these. So hopefully we will see these hits up there at all. So this is a really good game. I'm not intending to play much of it, but it's nice to see. Look at this. This text was all in Japanese first. I remember testing this out many times on the Sega Saturn core. Absolutely love the art style. Like, is this Vanillaware? If not, it reminds me of Vanillaware games like Odin Sphere and Dragon's Crown. And this is Princess Crown. So it's amazing. The Saturn core it's easily one of my favorite cores on here, man. Like, I absolutely love it, and it's amazing to get a translation of this game. Now I would likely play this on, I'm really hoping that we get that Takyudon handheld MiSTer when it comes out. Can't wait for this. But guys, you might want to try this out now. There are patch files available for this, but if you're a lover of a CD, and for example, like if you were to go on a date with a CD, someone could say to you that maybe you have some romance with a CD, you know, you are romancing a CD, you're a lover of a CD because there's some CD romance, then, you know, you may be able to kind of find this a little bit easier. Yo, B2, how you doing, man? Random stream. But I like doing these times, right? So when I do a stream at this time, I get people from different parts of the world where people, it's Sunday afternoon for them or it's late Saturday night. So it's interesting. Like, usually I tend to do my streams early evening-ish for me, which ends up being early morning in like the USA. So it's definitely interesting getting these streams on here now. Yeah, man, it's translated, dude. So Tuna, I hope to see a long stream from you where I can drop in and out and see how this game goes. For me, like, I need to play stuff on a handheld. I restarted Bloodstained again, and it's really weird. When I restarted it, I've got like a pirate costume where she's in like a bra and yeah, brown, some trousers, and she's got like a pirate sword. So I don't know what happened there. I really like Bloodstained, but I stopped playing it for ages, and I just thought, let me restart it. I do like it. I think it's the closest thing we've got to Symphony of the Night in a modern game that isn't, you know, we need more Castlevania. But again, the intro for this, the translation, the Saturn community, the homebrew community, people like Derek Pascarella, absolutely awesome. Now, I don't think this is a Derek Pascarella translation. He's done a whole lot of stuff for the Sega Dreamcast, but the community in general, you know, whoever or the team that went behind this, it's just been amazing. Yeah, do you know what? Oh, it is Vanillaware. See, you can tell their art style is just amazing. Look at the Saturn. Odin's Sphere, one of my favorite games on the PS Vita, along with Dragon Crown. I've always said that I'd love to get a brawler that plays like Dragon's Crown, you know. So we've got all these new ones like, you know, Streets of Rage 4. I always refer back to that, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. But it really would be amazing to get something like that, but it has those RPG elements in there. You know, we're talking in the style of Dragon's Crown, where you can just grind away. Dragon's Crown is one of those games you can invest hundreds of hours into that game, man. If I pick up I've got a couple of Vitas. One's hacked, the other's not. One's got that SD to Vita thing, so it takes up the cartridge port. But my one that's unmodded still has it still has Dragon's Crown in there, man. The formula for the game is fantastic, and it really would be nice to see more of that formula like just come out. It just works so well. That's the thumbnail, guys, with a MiSTer in the middle, because the MiSTer is the damn king, guys. Long live the king, until something comes along. Which I certainly hope it does, you know. I hope another thing comes out, but the MiSTer will always be special. Even if it was locked in its current state now with every core it has, it really is the best option for retro gaming for everything that it does. You know, I know the N64 core isn't complete, but every game I care about works flawlessly on there. So for me, the N64 is complete. I never played Jet Force Gemini, I never played Conker's Bad Fur Day, or the games that need to be patched, but all the games are available via a patch. Guys, I'm not going to play this, because this is like a long-winded RPG, and I want to get through as much as I can in this stream wherever possible. So let's give it a reboot. I really do like giving it a reboot because it gives me a new Ranny Snice wallpaper, or a new wallpaper. It's not, I found out not all of them, even though Ranny Snice does the archive for this, not every single one is from Ranny Snice. You kind of pointed out, so everyone else that is involved. So I want to go Game Boy Color, because there was a Game Boy Color game that I just downloaded, and it's a remake of the original Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, I might have to go to another controller, man. I wanted to use this M30, but I feel like it's not performing too well. So okay, so Super Mario Brothers Mini. Let's have a look. So just got grid lines on. Oh, okay. Why is it looking like that? Okay. Well, that those graphic. Okay, that don't feel right. Maybe I need to. Is it video processing? Let me just go no filters. Okay, so is that what it looks like on a Game Boy Color? Okay, maybe that is what it looks like. So let's go core specific. I always forget how to do this. Let's go Game Boy Color. All right, we're just going to run with that for now. So this is like the original Mario Brothers. Maybe it was a .gb. So, okay. So guys, this is available on itch.io. I'll probably feature it in next week's news video. I really dislike the M30 controller for playing like Nintendo style games. I kind of like I kind of like, what controller is it that I like? I prefer like a SNES style controller, you know, just because it feels a little bit better. Right, let's see. Okay. Interesting seeing this on the Game Boy. So this is likely a DMG game. I'm just running it on the color core. It's just, I'm pretty sure when I saw a screenshot of it, it looked like it was in color, but that could be me. There's a lot of options on here. Okay. Again, interesting seeing this fan stuff. Let's run with another fan game. Oh, that's a decent one. Okay, what are my hacks in here? Okay, Pandora's Blocks is a good one, but whoops. Okay, G0 was one that I looked at recently. Demo. Okay, Dark Rain was good. Dark Rain was really good, in fact. Ooh, what's everyone saying in chat? Let me have a look. Yo, I've been wanting to play this for years. Yeah, man, Vanilla Ware's wicked. GB should. Okay, yeah, no, it is. You know what? It just looked like it was color. So that's why I ran it. Am I running? Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, it looks like I am running the wrong core, right? Am I running the wrong core? No, it is Game Boy Color. Okay, cool. All right, I want to exit this anyway. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'll look into that later. Let's reboot it so at least we can see another Ranny Slice wallpaper. MiSTer Laserlight 7, the SN30 Pro 8-bit though. Yeah, it is. I've got one of those as well, but that's connected to the Analog Pocket because that's a Bluetooth one. What I am going to do, I'm going to turn the M30 off because I like using the Ultimate USB-C controller. And what I have actually grabbed myself as well is I've grabbed myself the new, let me have a look. I've got the box here. I haven't opened it because I was going to do an unboxing and a review, but I didn't get around to it. So, you know, they updated the Ultimate 2C wireless controller and it's Bluetooth and 2.4 gigahertz, and it's got like extra buttons on the top, and it's got Hall effect sticks, and it only came in at like $24.99. So okay, wicked. This is working now. I kind of went for the 6-button one because it makes arcade games a bit better, but I don't know what it with the M30. Maybe I haven't charged it enough or something. So guys, if there's any games you want to see, we can run with them. Don't working. Yes, and button layout that not work. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the SN30 is a great controller. Let's go console. I'm so biased towards arcade stuff that I always end up doing arcade stuff more than anything else. But so we've got the SNES core with save states. I'm going to go with the latest unstable version of the SNES. A big shout out to Paul BNL, man. The guy is just freaking awesome, man, with the save states that he's implementing. So, okay, so that's the latest unstable, has got save state in there. I think you need to run with that when you begin. So we'll do that just in case. So let's run a game. I like looking at ROM hacks. So random. Okay, what's this one? I can't even remember. Okay, so this is the one that's like Metal Slug. This is interesting. It's only a little demo though. Oh yeah, man. 8-bit dough have become DefBob 91. 8-bit dough have become amazing. I remember buying, like, when I got the Switch and I bought like their NES kind of controllers, and they were Bluetooth and they were crap. Then I bought the original Bluetooth arcade sticks because I wanted to play in the front room without my kids tripping over the wires, and they were crap. Then all of a sudden they went from being okay and subpar to amazing. Like my main controller that I even play PC games with is this bloody 8-bit do Ultimate USB-C. Such a great price. I'm probably going to end up giving my kids one of them. Okay, what's happened here? Why? Oh, it's working. Okay, I'm going to end up giving my kids one of those. So can we change character? No, okay, we're Mario. So I'm going to end up giving my kids this 8-bit doll one, or maybe I should give them the one with the Hall effect sticks, because I don't know what my boys do, but they just end up grabbing, all their controllers end up getting drift, man. I guess they're kids, they're careless. I actually took them out today to my new job, which was fun. So I think I need to, there's bombs that, here we go. So I need to pick that and dash that up top. Look at that, interesting. So this is a ROM hack. It's a work in progress, and I really hope this turns into a full game, because, man, look at this. We've got Metal Slug. You've got like 20 lives, so it's generous. So it's just dashing stuff up there. Again, very, very fun. Okay, so let's run another game, man. This is absolutely insane. So you are literally just grabbing that. I really, really have a soft spot for the ROM hacks, man. Let me go Actually, you know what? While we were doing it, the buttons are going to be completely wrong, but you've got to see this one. I know I did a video on it yesterday, but this one here, guys, with the birds, man, it's insane. It's insane. So yeah, if you want to troll a friend, like let's say you grew up in the arcades and you played Street Fighter 2 or you played Street Fighter Champion Edition or one of the iterations. I don't know if it's bird in hand. It's got to be bird in hand. So maybe put this on it and troll your friend, because honestly, I'll tell you, you will troll them. What's the demo? It is, yeah. So yes, Simplicat, it is. But I remember checking it out. It looked really, really good, and I really do hope it becomes a fully fledged game with bosses, even if it uses a lot of the Super Mario World, but then the bosses are replaced. Absolutely amazing seeing that stuff. There's one, if I've got it on here, I'll run it. I know I've got it on the Analog Pocket, and that's Super Luigi World. It's amazing. So this one here, it doesn't matter about your health. Right, sorry, the buttons are going to be all over the place. I'll just pick Ryu and see, hopefully I can get off some dragon punches. But you just got to go and catch a bird. That is all you're doing. You know, it doesn't matter about the health. You just got to get the bird. Okay, buttons are completely wrong. So look. Oh no, I missed it. Here we go. See health? Blade kick, okay. Okay, look at that. Just all you got to do is grab the birds. That's it. So if you're playing it 2 players, hit each other, do whatever you want, but you got to grab the bird. Oh, I missed that one. Okay, bit of range there. Thought I'd missed that. Ooh. No, the bird's mine. And that's pretty much it. When you get 8 birds, there's no timer. Come on, where's the next bird? It's there. Coming towards me. Again, don't really care for damage, just want to get the bird, but that bird is gone. Okay, one more and I've won this round. Ah, man. If I got that dragon punch off, that I missed. Okay, got. And I won. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. I do really like those events, guys. The ones where people enter things as for competitions. I think it's really, really good. So okay, test cores. Okay, guys, that was a joke. I don't have a Dreamcast core. Yeah, that is just a joke. Something that I did when I was kind of mocking something. So let's go into consoles and oh, okay, the CDI core, I haven't updated it for a while. I need to get the one with the sound, just kind of limited to time. That's why I really do enjoy doing these streams. So Game Boy Advance, hopefully I've got the ROM hacks I want on here. Got so many different micro SD cards, so hopefully I have. Let's see, Castlevania, Area of Sorrow, Reprise. Okay, this is really, really good, guys. So this is a like a randomizer, like a roguelike. So I think Dead Cells but Castlevania, and I like this. I think it's a job well done. If you're a big fan of this game and you want it a little bit mixed up, sorry, the aspect ratio is going to be completely incorrect for this because because most of the stuff is 4:3. That's what I've got for this one here. So you can actually kind of save your game, but not properly. Like delete save on death. No. Okay. So what it does is it you can, that kind of sleep save that you've got. So if you're in like room 25, if you're in room 25 and you've got a goal, you can just put it to sleep and continue from there. It doesn't really have a conventional save file. So everything's just randomized in here, man. We've got a So every time you get past certain rooms or you kill a certain number of enemies, you can kind of progress and you get different abilities as you kind of go along. So, for anyone that's a fan of these Castlevania games, they are they're well worth playing. So I can't remember where I can kind of start off. Okay, so I can go here, and it is just all randomized. And if you haven't played Area of Sorrow, play the original Area of Sorrow. It really is a great game. And the Game Boy Advance core I really like it. I think it plays really well. Even though I prefer playing these on a handheld. So you'll see at a certain point 2. And I don't think it's number of enemies. I think it's maybe different enemy types or enemies that you attack in the room. And once I get to 10, I can go and fight a boss. Let's see if we can quickly do a boss. And you've got Hammer in here as well. Hammer's set up shop, and you can buy stuff like potions, but you can't buy like hundreds of potions. It kind of maxes out at I think 5 or 10 potions that you can have. So you can't just grab loads of money and brute force your way through it. So what are we on 3 now? Okay, we're on 3. So if we can get to 10, but again, this is fantastic. Are we on 4 now? No. Okay. Okay, so I've got the dash now. And the dash, that's interesting, because in the Area of Sorrow, this is the area where you get it as well. So, right, there's a lot going on down there. And guys, if you've got any requests, if I've got it on here, I'm happy to run that game. Really hate those ghost things, man. More than the bats. Bats are alright. These things are annoying. Little stalker. Ah man, he kind of clipped in my toes there. Okay, we're on 5 now. Let's see if we can get to 10. Then we can use the Book of No Return. And yeah, there you go. You level up as well, so your character becomes stronger. But again, this adds a really good lease of life to it. I only discovered this recently, but it has been out for quite some time, from what I understand. You get the power up that lets you float as well, like axe armor or something. Whatever it's called, I can't remember exactly what it's called. I'm hoping that kind of put me up on 7, man. And there's no map. I'm truly direction blind. That's what you get when you look at the map. Okay, we're on 7. Let's see if there's a fish down there or something. Okay, I can slide as well. See if I can get to like different areas somewhere along the line now. Let's see. Crows are very clever creatures. There's something at work that I was dealing with crows. So wolf fatigues. Let's quickly have a look at the equipment that we've got. So we got a bastard sword, leather plate, and obviously you can see. Oh, okay. 3624, yeah, let's go with that. Nothing for shoes at the moment. Soul set, have we got anything else? Okay, no, but we can. Don't want bones. You know, I think I'll stay with well, I'll stay with Man Eater for now. So we've got 2 more to go, and then we can do a boss, and then we'll whack on another game. Let's see what's along here. It's really good. You've got like rooms where it's low gravity, high gravity, and it changes like different stuff in there. Haven't changed much. Okay, one more room to kind of get to, and we can then get to a boss fight. And I'm direction blind, so if I do end up going to the same places, please forgive me. And we will run another game. Guys, in the meantime, if there's games you want to see on any particular core, just say it in block capitals, and we can definitely check that out. Okay, cleared. Excellent. So now, one thing I recommend, if you play this, you don't need to run back. Go to Use Item, Book of Return, and that will bring you over to the middle, as we can see down here. Also, guys, just want to say I hope everyone's having like a fantastic Sunday. So, if I remember correctly, one of the best soundtracks as well. Let me turn it up a bit. The soundtrack's really good for this. I didn't realize it was so low. You guys need to hear this, man. And hopefully I'll remember to turn it down. So we should get really. Oh, I love the first boss. First boss is just epic. Okay, that was relatively easy. I powered up. But yeah, this is well worth checking out. It's called, as you can see here, Castlevania Area of Sorrow Reprise. And if you want like a Dead Cells type of a Dead Cells version of Area of Sorrow, then yeah, go for that. Okay, so this is Serenade Under the Moon. This is really good. A big shout out to Orsted. Someone else done this. I think it was a Chinese ROM hacker that made this, but Orsted's a buddy of mine that's into ROM hacking. He ended up taking over this hack, and in fact that's how we met. I did a video on this, and I ended up speaking to Orsted about it. And so yeah, he kind of, I know he kind of worked on this. Black controller still not up for pre-order. Oh, okay, that's the N64 one. Yeah, I might pick one up. I'm not in a hurry for it. I honestly like the one that you get with NSO because it is an N64 controller. And then MiSTer Add-ons, you know, the sponsor of this stream and one of the sponsors of the channel, he's given me like a whole bunch of reflex adapt and snack adapters and N64 things, and I've got original N64 controllers, so I'm not in a massive hurry for it. What I will probably do is, I'm a cheapskate, I'll wait for them to come out. I probably won't pre-order it, and then what happens is once they become a little bit cheaper, I'll be like, okay, you know what, now we're dandy. Now I'll grab one. You know, when it is $40, like often they go on sale for like $30. I've seen a lot of the 8-bit DOE controllers go cheap at specific times. So yeah, I will pick one up later on down the line, but I'm not going to pre-order one, man. I pre-ordered the Ultimate USB-C because yeah, I use that. That's so versatile. I can use it for anything. And I'm looking forward to playing Monster Hunter Wilds on that. I need to get a new laptop before Wilds comes out as well. So you know what? This is a shout to my buddy. Where is he? This is, guys, check out Retro Tuner's channel. He is awesome. Can it fit? Oh, are we gonna get another letter? No. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Oh, H-Ro-Tun. It's the fault that, okay, it went back, didn't it? Okay, so let's retro. I think Retro T might be what we can call him. That looks like retro. I'm trying to make it sound good. We'll go with, I know, you know what we'll do? Oops. Okay, let's make it look good. I don't want to make you look bad because you're freaking awesome, Tuner. Okay, so Retro T, that is for Retro Tuner. Wicked. Yeah, guys, Retro Tuner is very talented at games. And sometimes he goes through and he does like long streams, man. He does them very frequently. So I enjoy watching his channel. I kind of drop in and I drop out. I used to like watching it a lot when I was on night shift, but hey man, my new job, I'm prime time. I'm like daytime guy now, Monday to Friday. In fact, I took my boys to the office today because on Sunday it was closed, and you know, introduced them to the free coffee, or in this case hot chocolate machine, and they've got like an interactive floor there. So, you know, obviously when you step in it interacts, and my boys loved it. And then, you know, gave them a view from very high up of London. So they loved it. But I'm a Monday to Friday guy, which means I kind of have less time because the big chunk of it is working and I'm not up at night. You know, my previous job, I did have the luxury where I could edit stuff during my break and when times were quiet. I'm looking forward to, yeah, man, Cheating Death, yeah. And you know what? I think I'm going to want to try and stream it. And I hope I can gain some kind of traction on streaming because, you know, it's nice to try and turn this into a little bit of revenue. So it's always welcome. So guys, this is Area of Sorrow now. So this is a Game Boy Advance game, right? It's got Alucard from Area of Sorrow in there, not modern Alucard, right? That, you know, that dude who we know is Alucard, and he's like a modern version. This is OG Alucard from Symphony of the Night. But guys, check out the soundtrack for this. It's literally got like Dracula's castle in it from Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and it sounds bananas, man. It sounds bananas. Also, a question here, Retro Tuner. Is my volume too loud? Because I can see my volume, it goes into the red bar, but when I often go back to it, it sounds okay. Do let me know if it's too loud, because then I'll adjust it and I'll make it a bit slower. I think I speak a lot louder than I normally do when I'm doing streams. But yeah, do let me know about the volume if it's okay. Yeah, this is wicked, man. It's probably the most advanced Area of Sorrow hack out there. Probably the most advanced ROM hack on the Game Boy Advance as far as the Castlevania games goes. It really is fantastic. I think I can skip that. I could have just pressed start. So look, we got SmoMo Cruise there, man. Amazing. I like SmoMo Cruise. Okay, so I've got you start with a lucky charm. Let's equip that then, shall we? So I've got Alucard sword. Right, hopefully the music's gonna kick in. I'm gonna check the sounds levels. Should be loud. Look, guys. Often, you know, often result in stuff. Physical media is good, so make sure you have a bit of CD romance. You're romancing that CD in your life. Yeah, but this is really good. It's well worth checking out. You know, so if you like Area of Sorrow and you like Symphony of the Night, like you're gonna want to check this out. Like, look how darn good it is. Okay, this should be okay. But you know what I don't get is how they managed to get this PlayStation 1 soundtrack actually working. Okay, so the save room's here, working on like a GBA. It's fantastic. It sounds like it could do with a little more game sound. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh no, the game sound I'm not too fussed about, tuner, because that goes up and down according to game. But it's more my sound, my mic, because I can see my mic going into the red, which it doesn't usually when I'm doing videos, but when I'm doing live streams, I think I might speak a little bit louder. Again, this is a very good combo of Area of Sorrow and Symphony of the Night. Like, this is a must-play ROM hack. If you're into ROM hacks, definitely play this. Like, I'm getting confused there because I'm looking out for stuff that I would expect to see in Symphony of the Night. So, okay, let's guys, have we got any requests? Right, let me run. Let's reboot again because I like rebooting and I like little more games. Okay, I like. Yeah, I like the Ranny Snice papers. Really do like the Ranny Snice papers. So let's run with an arcade game. So let's kind of see the first one that when I move it right, that I actually played in the arcade. Never played this in the arcade. Let's see. Right. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to go to a particular one, a particular favorite of mine from the arcade. Again, it's very difficult, and that's because the movement is just very sluggish. And that's just how RoboCop was. Wicked. Guys, this here, what you're hearing now, sorry, it's low now. This is actually the soundtrack for my ringtone. This is the ringtone that I use. I think it's just wicked. Love the RoboCop soundtrack. So there's a bit when you start RoboCop, right? When you first play the game, that to me sounds like cornbread. I don't think it's cornbread. It's right near the beginning when you first start, even before you get the gun out, when you're only punching at the very beginning, and it sounds like cornbread. So let's see. Hopefully the buttons are configured for this controller, not in an opposite way. Yeah, they are. Cool. Right, it's gonna say it now. See, what is that? It sounds like cornbread, but it can't be. What a banging soundtrack, guys! And this is the core by Hotego, man. And you know, I always say I'm a big Hotego fan because a lot of my favorite arcade games as a kid he has brought over, and this is definitely one of them. I think this game can be 1cc, but definitely not by me, man. Oh, there you go. I should have been able to dodge that. The cornbread. Banging soundtrack. I think I need to watch RoboCop again, man. RoboCop 2 was alright as well. You know what? I even liked RoboCop 3. I thought it was alright. Okay, we got it to 09, man. Yeah, you know what, Retro Tune? I think this will be a difficult one to learn. Oh, it dropped it. Thank you, Z-Force. After all those years, man. I was thinking, why the heck does it sound like cornbread? 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 Like, it can't be cornbread. I even did a video where I put it up as a caption. Cornbread. I mean, that is the nastiest kind of guy that can grab a little girl, right? I mean, like, they went all out with that. Yeah, this will be a Retro. Can you 1cc this? Is this one of your 1cc games? Because you know, if you can, then that is skillful. You know, has anyone played the new RoboCop game? I kind of started it, but like with most things, like I even started the new Silent Hill game. I need to just get down and play it, like, you know. But yeah, the new RoboCop game's kind of alright, man. I kind of wish I would have preferred it as a third-person shooter. I thought generally, as a general rule, I prefer third-person over first-person. So something like Gears of War, I prefer over Halo. I just like I like it where you can see your character. But yeah, so but that game kind of seems alright, you know. It seems like a good kind of game, right? Well, and I'm fighting a truck. Okay, that truck should be coming out soon, I think. Okay, RoboCop is out. Drop it, guys. Any requests out there? Any requests? Let's we'll go arcade again. Rygar's cool. I used to play it on oh, Salamander. So guys, this one here, Salamander. This has hit updates all. So this is made by core developer Raki over on Twitter. They're known as @RCA_Victor. Very, very talented individual. So they've made this public. So this is publicly available, guys. So you know, if you want to grab a Salamander core, you can certainly do that. Hit update all. It should grab it for you. Now I know there's been issues with archive.org. At least when I ran it, I think it worked for me because it did grab. What was the latest game? To be honest, there weren't really much new out for it to grab. The last thing I probably grabbed from it was like the different variations of X-Men. I've probably still got like an older version of X-Men here. I don't know, like 20 years ago, but would need to practice it all over again. Yeah, man, that's this tuner's not an easy game. When I used to play it in the arcade, you used to be able to get to like the 3rd level. So you used to get after the truck, you get the bonus stage, and then you do the junkyard, and the big gun in the junkyard was wicked. Really, really good. That big gun was just, when you got that big gun, it just felt really, really good. But this is a really, really good game. Let's make sure, let's turn the sound down a little bit here in case it goes loud. But this is a fun shooter from Konami. Now, the thing I dislike about it, it's not a deal breaker, it's still a great game. I prefer the power-up system in the Konami games where you can bank your power-ups. You know, you decide how, you know, you want speed, you want this fire, you can save up for it. This one just gives you like instant gratification when it comes to power-ups. But yeah, it is yo, big Jaffa's in the house. Yeah, man, Salamander's excellent, absolutely. I think it's a fantastic game, man. I do, however, let's go back to core. Where is like, so I prefer the system in something like Parodius. Parodius DAR. So this has had some fixes implemented into it in the last update from Hotego. And guys, if anyone's just joining in, if you hit that like button, it does really help it. It kind of helps the video get out there. So okay, I think hopefully I've changed. No, okay, so I've got a different button for shots and missiles. So you've got different ones in here. I kind of like, I'm a big Vic Viper fan, man. It kind of lets me play Salamander in that. Okay, so manual power up. Yeah, definitely want manual power up. But I've got two buttons. So what I end up usually doing is I end up setting one button. So the same button lets my missiles out as well as the normal fire. And that's it. I'm usually happy with one speed. And then the next thing I'll go for is missile. I just need to work out which button is missile now. Oh, it's up here. Okay, that's fine. I can keep my finger on it and I can spam it with the other one. Okay, let's see. Okay, so previously that was one of the things that wasn't working properly. It was when that blue explosion happened with a blue bell. It was there was some graphical issues there. So that's something Hotego specifically mentioned in his last Patreon post. So what usually happens is, oh, what's that one? Do I get big? Yeah, I get big. So what usually happens is, yeah. Oh, sorry, I kind of lost my trail of thought there. But yes, it's nice to get these fixes nonetheless from Hotego. So I need to get option now, and that's what I want. I need to keep my finger here. Okay, at least with laser, I can keep my finger on here. That's blue. Destroy everything. I'll tell you, the one thing about these games that is crazy, like you can be powerful, you can have a lot of stuff floating about. Then once you lose your life, man, you're basically back to like that little pea shooter thing, and it makes playing the game extremely difficult, I'll say, especially if you're on a difficult part. Now, I look at that, I got the worst possible thing, it just reset me to 0. I hate that option, but hey, you know what, that was my mistake. Look at that, I am so darn slow now. And now I've got to fight the boss with just that. We'll do one life on this. When the life goes, I'll go. But imagine that, I had an option, double lasers, life was looking good. And I don't know what that gave me. Oh, okay, here we go. Some kind of attack thing. Again, this is a really good game, and I think this is a public release now, so anyone out there can play this for free. It's really good. So it's interesting. You kind of fight one boss straight after another. And what is there not to like about shooting this penguin pirate in its belly button, you know? Ah, okay, let's run another game. Guys, if anyone wants to see something, let me know. I'll keep going through arcade games for a bit. Until we say, oh, actually I got one, another game that I grew up playing, and another reason why I'm such a big Hotego fan. Is it Bad Dudes? No? Oh yeah, here we go. Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. This is a really good arcade game. Can't recommend this enough. I didn't actually know, but Two Crude Dudes, Crude Busters, is apparently a follow-up to this. I've got a friend who's got a YouTube channel as well. He does really good stuff. His channel's called Unicron Gaming. And, you know, watch his video where he spoke about Crude Busters and how it was a sequel to Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. And this is a game we've rinsed out in the arcade. I may not play it. Guys, if you want to see any requests, it doesn't matter what core you want to see. You know, I have a strong bias towards arcade games, so I'll just keep spamming those. But if there's if there's other stuff you want to see, just let me know in chat. So this is a public core again from Hotego. Hotego's work is just top notch, man. The guy's attention to detail and just the amount of stuff he puts out there, and his workflow is just amazing. His output is fantastic, man. And that's one of the developers I wholeheartedly recommend people follow. And that's for my selfish reasons as well, because the more Patreon supporters Hotego gets, the more that goes into core development. He's got 2 full-time members of staff, a part-time member of staff, a tester, as well as that. He specifically pays other people that reverse engineer arcade hardware for those specific tasks. So, you know, he's got a lot of supporters, but a lot of that money goes back into core development, and that's why he's able to put out so many cores. Like, if you look at, if we just look at the MiSTer menus, and if we look at all the MiSTer cores and you were to do a count on them, you will see that the overwhelming majority, not even like a tiny majority, the overwhelming majority of cores are from Hotego. And, I have a bias towards him because I got my MiSTer because of Hotego, because of playing CPS2s in particular. I really, really liked it. Now, I know some people are saying the timing's a little bit off. I've played Super Turbo competitively. I've played different fighting games competitively, and okay, I'm not at the level of some of the other guys. For me, it feels arcade perfect. However, there are people that are better at the game, and maybe there are some issues that they feel that I don't. At least the normal person out there is not going to feel like whatever that's very, very slight difference is. So I'm jiggy with it, but obviously if there are timing issues, then I'm sure they'll get resolved, right? It's what Hotego does. Hotego is all about the accuracy, making things as accurate as possible. Let's look at another favorite. Since you guys aren't coming out with game suggestions for me, I'm talking so much, I'm getting out of breath. Right, is it the New Zealand story or New Zealand story? So this was really good. So sometimes, like, obviously there were games where, right, it must be on the T. So there were games where, it was cool. You were ninjas, you're fighting ninjas, you're RoboCop. And then there was games that were just cute and they were a lot of fun. And the New Zealand story was one of those games. Everyone really, really liked this game in the arcade. It was very, very popular where I was. And I think it's just a game that it just feels happy. You play it, you feel happy because, well, why do you feel happy? Because it's got bright colors. It's got a really, really nice soundtrack. You're this Kiwi rescuing the friends from, like, I think it's a walrus. The first boss, you get swallowed up by a whale. You shoot your way out. Everything about this game is just fun. A lot of fun. Sounds low though. I'm going to put it up full at the moment, so I have to remember to put the sound down after. So you escape from the bag. Whoops. Okay, buttons are the wrong way around, but we'll leave that for now. Really, really good stuff. Was the warp here? I can't remember where the warp was. Was it here? There was actually a warp near the beginning. Maybe it was lower down. I can't remember. Again, this was really, really good, and I feel like this is a game that you really, really do have to play on a CRT. It just looks a million times better on a CRT. It doesn't exactly carry over to how I remember it, And once you completed the level, that kind of victory sound was really, really good. Oh, give Willow! Oh yeah, man, that was a good one in the arcade. So let's go Willow. Willow's wicked. I've actually got a custom intro made for Willow. I like it so much, which I have used on a video or two maybe. But yeah, wicked. It's pretty, but I hate it. I really liked Willow, man, but I can see where it was frustrating. Let me just make sure I do the button. So start coin. Again, so this is on CPS1. It's another one of Hotego's cores, man, and really do like this game. Let me put the sound down. I forgot sound was low on the other one, so we'll go a bit of Willow. So this movie was big when it came out, man. This movie was a big ass movie, man. I remember everyone kind of talking about it. This was wicked to look at in the arcade. Yeah, man, we can do Xavier's next, guys. If you also anyone else, guys, if you put it in block capitals, would really, really help. It stands out when I pop my head over to chat. Soundtrack for this is amazing. I need to use this on a weekly news video. I always forget. And he had the little slide. Yeah, look at such a cute little slide. And you free the barbarian. You become the barbarian. I mean, this is when like a movie tie-in was good. What a great game. Should get the coins really. And look at the animation. Look, the way he jumps down, man, with his little legs. Looks so darn good, man. When he jumps up as well, he grabs on. This looks wicked. I think that bridge blows Contra style. Oh look, death from above. And that was a cheat in the arcade, man. Okay, old man, what are you selling? You got all these old men trying to, you know, maximize. Welcome, may I help you? Yes, okay. How much money have I got? I've only got 620, so I don't have a lot. We'll go holy water, why not? And we'll go exit. Take care. Thanks, mate. I will. I'm only a small guy, you know. Just where we get the guy on the bridge, man. Again, I remember you know what? I watched this more in the arcade than I played it. And I used to love watching this in the arcade, man. I just thought it was really, really good. And this is why I think Capcom are like my favourite gaming company. You know, my three favourite gaming franchises, Street Fighter, Monster Hunter and Castlevania. So 2 of the 3 are from Capcom. Absolutely love their games, man. And this was just a pleasure to watch in the arcade. I remember watching it and just being like, wow, amazed by how good the thing looked, man. I like this game, Big Juffa. I know you said it looks pretty. I do like this game. It does, like a lot of arcade games, they're there to guzzle your coins and they do get more difficult. I mean, look at this boss. Yo, Ryan, how you doing, man? No, dude, I've got to keep it family friendly, but I'm not going to do that one. I'm not going to do the Sam Fox one, even though I have to say, growing up, I was definitely a Sam Fox fan. You know, we all were, but yeah, I can't do that, man. Oh, I'm dead. The little guy is dead. Okay. So let's do Xavius. So Xavius is something I played on the Commodore 64. It's not something I really played the arcade version of. Right, no worries, man. We love a bit of trolling. In honestly, in the perfect world, I would. But you know what? Like I always say, man, I listened to Guile. Guile told me, Pixel, go home and be a family man. And I listened to him. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go home and be a family man, Guile. Okay, so fire, bomb, 1-player start. Okay, we don't need 2-player start because I have no friends. Okay, let's do this. Just joking. I do have friends, actually. I just don't have any friends here playing, man. So my new job gets me up early. So on the weekend, I'm up early, man. That's why, like, my wife was sleeping. So I took the boys out. They wanted the pancake breakfast from McDonald's. They really, really like it. And then after that, I kind of took them over to my new work. So I really like this game on the Commodore 64. And, you know, I always mention my buddy Chris. So me and Chris, we met in what we call secondary school, the school when you go when you're 11. And how we became friends is I had a Commodore 64 and he was the only other guy in my class that had a Commodore 64. So it was like, let's swap games. And I remember this is one of the games I had and I lent him this game on cassette in order to borrow a game from him. So I can't remember what game I borrowed of him, but I do remember like his dad, you know, he had more money than me, especially when it came to pocket money. He was a lonely kid, whereas I was, you know, there was 4 of us. And yeah, so his dad would always give him money. And I remember I was like, come on, dude, let's buy Batman. And I convinced him to buy Batman the movie with, you know, the Michael Keaton game, Michael Keaton. And that was really, really good on a Commodore 64, man. Really, really good. I remember using like the bat rope, or whatever it's called, the bat rope, the bat string, to kind of like go around almost like Spider-Man style, man, harpoon around. That was fantastic. But yeah, Xavius on the C64 was really, really good. But do you know what it was? There was just something about Xavius. It just didn't have that finesse that the games in the arcade had at the time. There's a game I really, really would like to see come out on FPGA, and that's a game I think it's called Last Duel, and that's another one by Capcom where you can be like a car, or you can be like a ship where you fly, kind of like, you know, Silkworm in a sense, but Silkworm's horizontal and Last Duel is vertical. And we had in my secondary school, we had like a youth club, and back then everything was cool. We were kind of allowed to go into this youth club on our lunchtime, and Last Duel was there for years, so it was something that we always played. I can't remember, I think player 1 was the car and player 2 was like the spaceship, and it was a good game. I'd love to see a core of that. I do try it on emulation sometimes. I actually need to add it to my most wanted cores list, because you know, some of my wishes have come true of my most wanted cores, and that recently was the Sega System 18. So okay, Xavier's Life Lost, what we got? Yeah, man, Batman the movie's wicked, Ryan, man. Batman the movie was wicked on the C64. So what were we gonna look at? Let's have a quick look. Oh, okay, yeah, one of my favorite games that has come over to FPGA, and it's, make sure I don't play the wrong version, because I did have an alpha version of this. Okay, I think this is the right one. The other one is the one where the graphics weren't implemented properly. Air Force, I remember Air Force, that was great. Untouchables, do you know what, Ryan? I always remember seeing the advert for Untouchables, but I never played it. Do you remember we had the magazines with the full-page adverts, and they used to have the Untouchables adverts in there, but I never ever played it. I remember hearing about the game, and it was good. But guys, this is one of my dreams come true, man. If you haven't played this game, this is currently a beta core, guys. So in order to get this, you would need Patreon access to Hatego. It will eventually come out as a public core. I know, you know, different situations for different people. Personally, Hatego is one of the developers that I support, and I love his work, because yeah, the games I played growing up come over to FPGA, and this is one of the ones. And you know, particularly I requested, I said to him, look man, when you do Sega System 18, I said, you know, oops, buttons are just out. Okay, I said, you know, one of the games that I really want more than anything else is Shadow Dancer. You know, please, can I get an early build of it? And he was kind enough to hook me up with you know, the one with the garbled graphics, and I genuinely enjoyed it. Even with the graphics like that, this game for me is a masterpiece. Now I know a lot of people prefer the Mega Drive version, and I get that, but for me, arcade version is arcade version, man. This is what I played. I never really played it on the Mega Drive back in the day, and when I played it years and years later on like emulation, I was like, this is nothing like the arcade version. But yeah, the arcade version is bliss, man. You know, just seeing this in the arcade, seeing that you've got this pet wolf, that was just wicked. Absolutely fantastic, just wicked. Galaxian games in the arcade, which was awesome. Just, oh, okay, cool. If you remember the name, if there's a call for it, we can run with it, man. That stuff was, I played some of that, and that was before my time. There was a game, Galaxian style game, that I really liked on. I really liked it on the C64, and that was I think it was called Better Dead Than Alien, if I remember correctly. And it was a game like that. It was a good game. See, like, just love setting the dog on that. Now, there's some things on the Mega Drive that I think are better. I like on the Mega Drive where you hold the fire button down to set the dog, because sometimes when you want to crouch attack, your dog will go on them. So if I want to crouch attack at the guy opposite, see, my dog will go there, and often he'll turn into like a little cat. So again, the first boss fighting is just epic. Ah man, how do I die there? Okay, let's go into something else. Yeah, there was wicked Zap Kids. Okay, Airwolf. What else we got? Michael Jackson, Moonwalker. Yeah, there is some. There is. We can do Moonwalker. Hee hee. Okay. Where is it? Oh, okay. It's gonna be Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, isn't it? Here we go. And this was a fun game, man. I remember this in the arcade. I remember seeing it and just thinking like, wow, like this is amazing. So again, guys, you know, I can't emphasize it enough, but you know, supporting core developers and in particular Hatego for the amount of output that, you know, him and his team put out, it's amazing, and it gets you early access to this stuff. You can help test it. No, you know what, Ryan, the music's all right. The music's fine for this. I've even used it on backing tracks because it's not the actual track. It is, no, you don't get copyrights on this. I've actually ran it on here. So whatever, there's a whole bunch of chip tunes that I've used and they've been okay. I've actually used it as a soundtrack for my weekly news videos. Yeah, but this was really good, man. Absolutely love this game, and the soundtrack for this is banging, man. It is just banging. So you've got like Another Part of Me in here. You've got Bad. You've got Smooth Criminal. A lot of the soundtracks, particularly very good, man. Very good soundtrack for this. Yeah, it's actually nice. So even one of the outros that I use is a Rickroll one, because I really liked it. So you know, sometimes when you get something from like a release group, and when you're kind of messing around with the software, what happens is it gives you the intro and it's got a soundtrack. So I was messing about with one of those, and it had just the 8-bit chiptune version of like Rickroll, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I ended up using it as an outro. So let's give this a little banging. Your bird is mad. Press the the buttons. I think last time I played it, so many different darn controllers. Really like the melee attack close by as well. I think Ortega's working on what's he trying to do? He's trying to get laser ghosts working so we can get some light guns again. Remember that robot? Hey, I mean, I should say. Again, banging game, man. This looked really good in the arcade, and I think you can play 3 player. You can play 3 players in this. I think was it only 2 players? I'm pretty sure it was a 3-player game. Smooth Criminal gives me goosebumps, man. Remember that video where he flicks the coin in and it goes in the jukebox? You know, I think when I done the video for this, I told the fib story. I'm pretty sure I disclosed it was fib as well, where my friend went into the arcade and we told him not to do it, but he said he can flick the game, he can flick a coin into the Moonwalker arcade machine, and when he threw it in, it hit some guy in the head and he got beat up. It was a story for entertainment purposes more than anything else, but it was completely untrue. Just in case I didn't disclose it in an earlier video, I usually do disclose that stuff, you know, especially when it's fake like that. I think I even gave like the friend the name, Dave or whatever his name was, I can't remember. Yeah, again, this was arcade peak, man, stuff like this. Ooh, he only done. Ooh, very generous. Default mode, we've got a couple of lives, and these guys are just barreling away at us, man. Okay, Annie. See, my voice may get me a copyright strike because of its accuracy with the MJ voice. Ooh. Okay, I died quicker. What we got? Yo, Rainer Kate in the house. How you doing, man? I'm good. Just having a little chill out Sunday. It's still morning. 3 minutes to morning. The clocks went back, so yeah, I got up really early today, man. I'm a daytime guy now, man. Midnight Resistance, I feel like that plays better with like a twist controller, you know, with a rotational controller. Let's see if there's anything else in here. So have we got Gradius? I think we've got Gradius. So we've got Nemesis. We've got one kind of version of it. No, it's not great. Nemesis, I'm pretty sure we've got one of them. Ah, here we go, Nemesis. Again, talking about like the Konami stuff. Yo, true, 1 PM here, waiting for lunch. Yeah, wicked, man. I had like an early breakfast, man. I had like some of the McDonald's McMuffin stuff. I do like it once in a while, but I only really got it because my boys wanted pancakes from McDonald's, which, yeah, they're all right. Nothing great. For some reason they like them, you know, more than anything else. So, fire, bomb. Okay, so this is what you do here, guys. If you want fire and bomb to be the same button, right? So let's go start, coin. I'm going to skip pause. I don't really use pause. When you go to alternative buttons, press yes, skip everything, and I'm skipping everything here. When it says bomb, I'm going to press my fire button, and then I'm just going to skip it all the way through, and now I'm going to save it. So now what that has done now, for this particular core, let me put the sound down a bit, it's now mapped, what you saw there was I've mapped the missile and the fire button to one, because I hate spamming two buttons in shmups, man. It's very, very tiring. A little bit easier when you're kind of in an arcade, but it's better to have it on one button. So let's run with this. Again, you know, classic. So now, as soon as I get a bomb, it should... that's a very, very, very bad start. Ah. No! Should have had like my missile by now. I forget, I shouldn't keep my finger on the button, I just need to spam it for best results. Again, this is an absolute epic soundtrack here. Can we get that? Yeah, okay, so I've got laser now. So there's really good versions of this game. There's a really good version on the original Game Boy, the DMG, one of like my my favorite ones out there. Let's go. Oh, that's very generous. You know, I'm going to go option first before I even go laser. That looks like a red one. Yep. I've never really been one to use... Ah, man, alright, you know what? I'm getting to the Game Boy core. Let's give it a reboot and have a look at what wallpaper we get. Again, fantastic wallpapers from Ranny's Nice. Let's give it another reboot. I know I can just swap it with a key, but I am gonna... Okay, let's give it another reboot because I want to see some really, really awesome ones. Again, like one here just showing us the MiSTer. Let's see what we got. I want to see like a really, really cool one. Now, you know, look how cool that is. Now, remember, my ones are made for 16:9. I've actually cut some of my screen out because we're getting our 4:3 stuff in. But again, it's really good stuff like this. You can enable this via update tool. Can't, you know, thank Ranny enough for all his great stuff. So let's have a look at a little bit of DMG stuff, because there is some really, really good DMG stuff out there. And really hope, I always forget how to get that kind of green filter on that I want, man. So is it system? Okay, Game Boy, that's what we want. And okay, I'll leave it on auto. So let's go. Okay, here we go. And hopefully there is games in here. Oh, is that the right? Yep, okay. Let's go Nemesis on here, because Nemesis was really, really good on a Game Boy. And I have a soft spot for the Game Boy. And what I want to do is I want to find out how to get that green screen look on here. And I can never ever remember how to bloody do it. Was it in audio and video? No. Ah, here we go. Wicked auto. I need to save settings now. Save. Okay, where's... Ah, here we go. Save settings. And that's what I need. I just always want the green screen on here. Now, Nemesis was really, really good. Yo, Concade Gaming, how you doing? It is actually exactly midday. Clocks have gone back. So I meant I got like an extra hour on the weekend, man. So go down here. Okay, so what's the rest? You can put it up to... And this has got... Wow, okay, you can put it up to 99 on this, actually, if I remember correctly. Level 1, 2. Okay, we'll go stage... Shot A, power B. I usually move those the other way around, same as I did in Ninja Turtles. Now, I really like this game. Now, I know it doesn't... I really, really, really like this game on the Game Boy. In fact, yeah, this is one of the early games I got on the Game Boy. And yeah, it was just wicked. So, like, on a Game Boy where you've only got 2 buttons, it's really, really good because you don't have the option to have 2 buttons, a separate button for missile... and fire. But again, so many different versions of this, and this is a great version, man. And while we're looking at good Game Boy stuff, let's look at another one, which I think is really, really good. Ooh, what is it called? Maybe it's Japanese only, I can't remember. Was it Japan only? Yeah, Parodius Star. Parodius Star is, I think, from a technical standpoint, it's even better. It's even better than Nemesis. Yo, Concord Gate, I can never catch you online, bro. This is the first. It's like, okay, I didn't realize you're from Australia. Yeah, you know, that's why I wanted to do this random stream, because I realized that, like, I usually do it in my time in the evenings, but now, like, I've been up since 4:30 a.m, man. I get up at 5 a.m. for work. I start work at 7 a.m. So what happened is because the clocks went back, I kind of naturally woke up at 5:30, and I just kind of went with it. It was 4:30, so I started messing about, doing a few things at home, started to like arrange some stuff, and just started to do a little bit of cleaning around the house, so when my wife wakes up, she's not annoyed. So I done that. Then the boys got up a little bit earlier, and they were like, Dad, are we going to McDonald's, or we're gonna go and check out your work? And I was like, yo man, yeah, let's do it. And then the day kind of went from there. So by the time it was like, I can't remember, like by the time it was like 9:30, I'd gone to McDonald's. I drove down to my work, which was like a 6-7 mile drive, but went there, introduced them to some of the guys that were actually in on Sunday. Then kind of went to show them. So there's a supermarket near my work, and it's crazy, right? Because it's when I went there, when I started my job, I picked up some items. So I picked up like a bakery item. I think it was a chocolate hazelnut croissant, and I picked up like a bottle of water. And as I walked to the till, I went to scan it, and it just all of a sudden just popped it up on the screen. So obviously there's like a million cameras in there that is seeing everything. So by the time you get to the till, it scans everything and you just pay for it. And it just feels very, very futuristic. I don't know how much I like it. I know they got rid of the human interaction by having the self-pay tills, but now there's not even self-pay till interactions. You know, just when I thought I was becoming friends with the self-pay tills, I like, hey buddy, scan this, how you doing? Sorry, do you not like the weight over there? Should I distribute it a bit more? Now, those are out the window, and it's just automatically scanned, and then you pay, and then you get a receipt with a barcode on it that you scan that lets you out to show that you've made payment for the goods, man. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. But let's have a look how great this is. Seriously, for a Game Boy DMG game. Now I'm a big fan of the DMG. We won't go Vic Viper only for the reason that I picked. We saw him in Nemesis. I'll go. You know what? I'll go Octopus. Why not? And always go manual. You want to bank your own power-ups, man. Auto in this isn't that great. Just trying to play Virtua Racing on the Genesis Mega Drive Core on the Analog Pocket. Yeah, so Virtua Racing, as far as I know, isn't supported yet. But I know Boogerman. He's working on. He's you know he may be working on implementing that. Don't quote me on that. But that I don't think that that works yet on like the Mega Drive Core. So give it time, and hopefully you will be enjoying that. In the meantime, you know, if you've got a MiSTer, enjoy it on the MiSTer. Lord Metroid, wicked dude. I just saw you there, wicked. Love it. Thank you for dropping by, man, and always like thank you for your support. All you guys, you know. I've received a lot of support from the community, man. A lot of messages, a lot of DMs, and a lot of open support. And you know what? Freaking awesome, man. You guys are awesome. So wicked. So I've got Ripple now. We'll get some options. But guys, look how good this game is for a DMG. Now I never had this for the DMG. I wish if I did. Ooh, I want to try and see. This is where you end up dying, when you're trying to get the right color for the shell, and then everything else happens. I just tried the game last night, man. Yeah, man. Oh, wicked Parodius. Yeah, man. Parodius is wicked. And the Game Boy version, like Konami just had some stuff down, man, on the Game Boy DMG. They had some really, really good games, and Parodius Star, Nemesis. We'll have a look at another one after, but I don't want it to be like end up being a look at that. See, I'm so greedy for that damn bell, man. The bells, that I end up just dying. All right, let's go to another Game Boy game, and we'll go USA. And is that the first one? See, I really, really did like this game, man. I can't. Yeah, I really liked this game, man. Loved it on the Game Boy DMG. And this is a time we were watching Ninja Turtles when this came out, and it was fantastic, man. It's such a great game. I always had to move it. Here we go, down here to make B attack, because you know you want B's the button that's more on the left, and each turtle is a life. I can't remember if anyone's better than one or another. They haven't, like Donatello doesn't really have like massive range or anything like that. Oh, okay, might have been. Oh, okay, cool, wicked. All right, now good stuff then, man. Maybe I'm thinking of like a 32x one or something. So this is, again, just banging. Banging game. Look at that. You got your nunchuck. When you crouch. So okay, you can't like. So look, I've got it held down, and you can't swap direction in crouch. You kind of need to pop up. I kind of forget that about the game. And you jump up, you do a flying kick. So you can't jump up and fire your ninja star. You can't like jump up, move it down, and the ninja star comes out. There's actually a Windows version out which is all color fired up, like a DX version of this, not an actual ROM. That was kind of fun to check out. But man, the OG is the OG, man. The OG is just wicked. Right. Again, banging soundtrack for this. Hopefully it's loud enough. Yeah, you guys should be hearing some of that. Look, I got pizza, but I didn't get touched, right? Again, just a very, very good game on the DMG, man. Guys, if there's anything else you want to see, any other core, any other games anywhere, you know, my biases are always arcade and Game Boy DMG more than anything else. You know, I like the Game Boy Color and Advance as well. But on the Advance, you know, it's mainly the Castlevania games beyond anything else. But yeah, Game Boy DMG, man. Right, let me lose some health. Let him just bite and drain me. But you kind of got an extra life, so let's shake him off. Remember the Konami code? Up, up, down, down. Left, right. B-A. Haha, I got my health back the Konami way. Let's have a look. Okay, so you know, we're gonna go out of Game Boy because I think I called this like the only retro gaming system that you needed. So let's give it a reboot and run something else. What's this? Digital Foundry Retro had this as their top DMG. Yeah, man, it's one of the top DMG games out there, man. The Parodia Star. There's some really, really good games. Like Ninja Spirit, I forget the name. It's out in Japan. It's got like a separate name. That's a game well worth checking out as well. So if we go over to, I don't run the Amiga Vision because sometimes when it swaps between 50 and 60 hertz, it ends up like crashing OBS or crashing my capture card. So I usually play that on the Analog Pocket. It seems to have like one kind of thing on the Analog Pocket. Did I go into computer? Oh no, I went into console. So let's look at something a little bit cutting edge. Let's go to Robert Pape's excellent Nintendo 64 core. I'll go to 80 hertz one, which improves the frame rate in certain stuff. Got a lovely, yeah, man, that Konami code is wicked. It was in everything. I think there was a point where you put it in Google or something, and what was happening is you would the screen would rotate or something. Or no, that was do a barrel roll in Google. Like even Google kind of put it in there. So these are some patch games. Big shout out for Video Game Esoterica for hooking me up with those a while back. But I think now it auto patches like the games. So a game that I really, really like, and I think it's really, really good. And I think everyone should play this at least once. So which version is it? I usually end up going for like the normal USA one. So I've actually got the cartridge for this in a box under my bed, and I didn't realize, like, so my buddy Chris, whose house I used to play a lot of N64 on, we used to play GoldenEye there and Mario Kart. He actually had this, but we never really played this game. We never got into this back in the day. Is I asked him, I said to him, look, let me take some of your Nintendo carts, and I wanna like play them, and your controllers want to connect them. And Conker's Bad Fur Day, yeah, okay, yeah, we can run that. Now that isn't a game that I'm so much into. That's one of the patch ones that has been fixed. So in fact, you know what? Actually, a good test would be to see. Oh no, this version of the core won't patch it. So I'll run. I'll run the patch one. Works on Lifeforce. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, man. You know what? The Konami code at the time, it was pretty much in everything. I think people even found some Konami codes like years and years later, man. Like we're talking like years. Hopefully I've got the right button for accelerate. Yeah, I have. Okay, so hopefully so the Konami code, people found it like years and years later, man. Again, what a great game. And guys, look at this. This is running on the MiSTer FPGA. That's why I'll always say, man, the king of retro gaming. You know, will it be surpassed by a king? All right, I'll tell you one thing now. Even if we get a new king, right? If we get a new FPGA console, that new FPGA console, whatever it is, will be taking all the existing MiSTer cores and then obviously implementing their own new cores. But that remains to be seen. with any project that's out there. Until it's out there, it's not out there. You know, like they say, a bird in hand is better than two birds in the bush. But whatever comes out there, they're going to be using these cores. You know, there's a lot of open source cores available for the MiSTer, and those new FPGAs are gonna, you know, pivot off the MiSTer, you know, give you everything the MiSTer has got, everything that's ported over, and hopefully ported over easily. Then it will have stuff that might not be doable on the MiSTer. Now, it's still subjective what can and cannot be done on the MiSTer. What one person says can't be done. I mean, what we're looking at now, we're looking at the N64 core. I am relatively new to the FPGA gaming scene, but even when I started it, I had people saying, this is impossible. We've got a Saturn core. People say it's impossible. So my argument is, if people are saying something is impossible now, how do we know it isn't going to be possible? You know, just because someone may discover something or some knowledge that someone else doesn't quite have. Now, I'm not talking, you know, the MiSTer's going to run like the PlayStation 2 or the Dreamcast. I'm talking about things that are, they're saying just can't barely fit on the MiSTer FPGA. You know, what if there's some kind of trick to get it to work? So, yo, Ken R, good afternoon. It's afternoon for Hit with me too. We are at 12:15 UK time, baby. Right, so let's go. I'm going to go into the patch ones for Conker's Bad Fur Day, because I'm running like the faster one, Conker's Bad Fur Day. And hopefully it will run on this core. N64 and MiSTer wasn't expected to happen until January 2023. Yeah, was it 2023? No. We're okay. N64 wasn't. You sure you never meant to put January 2033? Because we got a lot of stuff by January 2024. Pretty much most games were running. The vast majority were working. Oh, I saw Akuma in there. I got Akuma premium format figure, scale 1 to 4. Nice, man. Akuma's awesome. Who saw that recent? There was a recent tweet where this woman's talking and someone put the Third Strike soundtrack of Akuma with speech from Akuma on there, and it is so darn fitting. She actually looks like Akuma. That was doing the rounds. That really did make me laugh. Def Bob, yeah, F-Zero's fantastic, man. I just wish if I played it back in the day. I never ever did. And I kind of felt like it's a game I would have enjoyed, but sorry, I might have said Super Nintendo. The Nintendo 64 for me was like a multiplayer machine. It wasn't really a one-player thing. Yes, there were some one-player games that I played on it, but it was all about GoldenEye, FIFA 98, and Mario Kart 64. Those were the games that we played. So yeah, man, it was a multiplayer thing. There was other multiplayer games on there as well. I remember playing Resident Evil 2 on there as well, and just being blown away by that game. You know, it was amazing. So guys, we'll run the intro. Oh, sorry, I paused there. So we'll run the intro of this. This isn't really my type of game. I suck at these platformers. The N64 so much better than emulation. It is. What is up with N64 emulation? I know there was an update recently for one of the N64 emulators after a long time. But the emulation has always been subpar at best, from what I understand. So GoldenEye and the rest. Yeah, see, I didn't really play too much of the wrestling games. So what happened with wrestling games, Def Bob? When I left school or during school, when I found out, so I thought wrestling was real. Everything was real as a kid. And when I found out it was fake, it kind of broke my heart. I mean, I was so much into it. Me and a friend were saying that we will go and join, you know, wrestling, the WWF at the time as a tag team, and WWF Superstars, the arcade game, was one of my favorite games. We loved wrestling, but when I found it was fake, I never got into it. And it's only when I got older I was like, okay, this is actually entertainment. It's not actually fighting or whatever. Just got to think of it as entertainment. And then I was like, okay, I kind of appreciate it for what it is. So, all right, I want to run another game because we can't do this. We'll run another N64 game. So let's get out the patched one. I want to go into no intro, and I want to run like... So guys, this was a game that I played, but a lot of my friends... Like, I'm not great at fighting games, but I was better than all my friends. So, you know, Fighter's Destiny, I think this is a good game, but no one really... none of my friends really wanted to play it with me. But, you know, playing it in streams now, I was like, wow, this is actually... this is actually a cool game, and I feel like there's, you know, once you kind of learn this game, it can be really good. Guys, if you're just tuning in, welcome to, at least for me, it's Sunday afternoon. It's a mellow one. I know in Australia it's late in the evening. People at Concord Gaming, good to have you on the stream. If you're enjoying the stream, then hitting that like button really helps. It kind of helps get this kind of stuff out there, you know, get the message out there that the MiSTer is the damn king, man. I love the thumbnail that I've done today with Princess Crown, the translation. That's out. We kind of ran a little bit of that, but then you've got a princess and you've got some kind of, I don't know, wizard or some kind of consultant, shall we call them. And yeah, so what's happened is, you know, we've got the MiSTer as the king in the middle. Now guys, this game seems really good, man. Yeah, they renamed it entertainment. They did. So it was WWE, WWF, World Wrestling Federation, to World Wrestling Entertainment. Now what happened is there is an animal charity organization called WWF, Worldwide Fund for Nature. Now, from what I remember at the time, the wrestling lot offered the animal lot a lot of money to keep the name, but they, I think, rejected it, or they asked for more money. I think they tried to, you know, like extort or strong arm them into more money, and they just said that, you know what, forget you guys, we're just going to rebrand as WWE. And that was a lot, right? Because the charity WWF could have changed its name. They could have changed their name to World Wide Welfare, whatever, for animals, or they could have changed it to something else and had a lot of money, had a big donation. But you know, from what I understand, people were trying to milk it, and then the wrestling guys said, you know, we'll just go from federation to entertainment. So yeah, Worldwide Fund for Nature. They could have changed it worldwide, whatever, worldwide WWN, worldwide, or WWNF, Worldwide Nature Fund, right? You could have changed that. Could have got them to pay for all your rebranding costs and a lot of compensational money on top, but it just wasn't happening, man. I really enjoyed the Dreamcast WWF with the arcade stick and a house. Yeah, arcade sticks are good for games, man. Like fighters, I like playing on there. I play Fightcade on there, but it does make a lot of noise. So generally, when I do a stream, I really do like playing it on a pad. It just makes things a lot easier. Now, guys, this game's really good. Fighters history, but let's roll with one more, because I have got a hack on here, and I want to show you guys that hack because I run it every time, and this hack just really does blow me away. And that is it Simpsons Kart? Simpsons Kart 64. This is just amazing, absolutely amazing. We'll run a track of this and we'll go to another course. So if someone does catch a replay of this, they do see more than just a few arcade cores, a few Game Boy games. We've done Saturn, I think we've done SNES, we've done a ROM hack. So maybe I've got like maybe about another 20-25 minutes before I'm gonna have to duck out because my wife's gonna make lunch, and if I'm not down for lunch with the family on a Sunday when I'm off, she'll go nuts at me, man. Yeah, there's oh okay, I can't see myself. We're dumping it. Okay, yeah, man. No, there's some good games. Oh, actually, I don't even have to play it. You can see this stuff. We'll have a look at the menu and the characters on there. But guys, look how good this ROM hack is. They've even changed the power-ups to match. They've changed the power-ups to match items out of The Simpsons. They've got, you know, the balloon instead of like, was it Luigi? That's the balloon. Is Krusty the Clown. And look, you've got, you know, that screen up there. We had Marge, and you've got everything out of The Simpsons in there, man. Like, it is nuts. Now, I'm not really into The Simpsons anymore, but back in my younger days, it is something that I liked a lot. I really do like it. How is the DOS core? Okay, so Dean Ross, the DOS core's good. It's an AL46 core now. I kind of stepped away from PC gaming for a long time, so it's not something I'm too familiar with, but I know it's really good. I did a video on it. It had all these games I always wanted to play, but I had console for a long time. So look, going back to this, Homer, Bart, Marge, Lisa, Ned Flanders, Krusty the Clown, Chief Wiggum, and Apu. Let's go Flanders. I don't think I've picked Ned Flanders before. I remember that episode where Ned Flanders goes absolutely bat crap crazy, man. So let's okay, so let's go with this. Let's go with a harder cup on 50cc, man. Okay, look, we got Simpsons soundtrack when it starts. Let's oh no, it should be loud enough now. Oakley dokley. Look at that, guy. Seriously fantastic. You know, I want to check one thing actually. Sorry, I don't know if I've got it on this version of the course. So where are they? There's a clean HDMI option. Is it in here? Video output. Ah, here we go. So this generally looks better, at least on HDMI for me. So look, we've got like what is that, a catapult there, kind of related to Simpsons. So you know, this is a very well done hack. Just very bad gameplay from me. Yeah, you know what? Maybe you know what? My boys are into just, I don't know what they're into, man. They're into what they're watching. They watch like some of the Pokemon stuff. Forget what the fuck. Oh, we go. Ah, okay. It's that button up there. I went on that so you guys could see Ned Flanders spin. I'm getting whacked out by stuff. Right, let's get something here. But again, really good. So look, I've got a Duff Beer power up. Okay, so that's 3 mushrooms. Duff speeds you up. I'm not sure if that's accurate, you know. Maybe it does. Maybe there's some kind of truth there. Wow, okay. So again, the clean HDMI option. So this is where people would argue that, wow, okay, that, you know, this arguably makes it better than original hardware. You know, you've got this clean HDMI running at 480p, I believe. Again, looking really good, looking really crisp. Again, one of the greatest Mario Karts out there, man. This is really good. I really do like the new Mario Kart as well on the Switch. I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is really good, and it'll be interesting to see what comes out on the new Switch. I think, you know, I've skipped PS5, I've skipped Xbox Series, but I think a Switch 2 is something I'll pre-order, and that again is you know, biased towards the handheld gaming that I so love. Right, let's run another core. So here we go. Let's run another call. Let's see what paper. Let's see what wallpaper we get. Yo, J Deluxe, how you doing, man? Must be early in the morning for you, my bro. Yeah, Lord Metroid. It's an amazing hack, man. But you know what? Since we got Lord Metroid in the house, let's see if we can run. Hopefully, I've got some Metroid hacks on here, and I don't know if I put them on here. Again, I end up putting a lot of stuff over on the Analog Pocket because I can kind of mess about with it in the palm of my hand as well. So let's just run whatever the latest vanilla SNES core is. Roblox about the remixes, creativity in the sandbox. I get why they like it. Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I've banned my kids from Roblox, man. They do Minecraft. Minecraft is a lot of it on there, but they still really do like. Oh, I haven't got shame. I haven't got shame. Okay, never mind. Let's give it a reset. I was hoping to have a Super Metroid hack. I've got some with like Alucard, one where you can be like the Tetris piece, and I was gonna run that for Lord Metroid. Again, look how great that wallpaper is, man. Fantastic. Yeah, so Roblox is a no-go. Minecraft, yes, they play Minecraft. In fact, one of my kids was naughty. He's been eating wallpaper out of the toilet, man, and I've told him, like, you know, you got the waterproof wallpaper there. So yeah, so he's banned during the holidays from any gaming. He chose the punishment himself, and I was like, cool, we'll run with that. So let's run the Mega Drive core. Again, the unstable ones. Oh no, let's run with the unstable. But he's allowed to do coding for his whole holiday, so he can code games and he can test them out, but he can't play like Minecraft or Apex Legends or Titanfall or Monster Hunter. Some of the games he's allowed to play on his laptop. So I guess, you know, I'm using his punishment as something constructive. I was only going to ban him for a day, to be honest, but I asked him, what do you think your punishment should be? You know, you're not allowed to eat that wallpaper, so why are you eating the wallpaper? And I said, what should your punishment be? And he was like, no gaming for a week. And I was like, all right, cool, we'll run with that, man. But he could have said a day. Shit, I kind of need to teach him the negotiation stuff, you know, like negotiate, start low, go high, you know. But you know, he's only a kid, so he went with a week. But he can do ooh, what's this one here? Yeah, so he can do some coding for a week. They use like different platforms and do it. Yeah, Minecraft, I get it. Yeah, you know what? Minecraft reminds me of the a new modern digital kind of Lego. I'm very for it with the kids. So yeah, Minecraft is awesome. I can't stand it myself, man. I did buy it for the Android, so you know, shared on the family and that, and had like an Android handheld. So when I played on that, my kids are over the moon because all of them play it. My daughter plays it, my boys play it, and they were just really happy. And I think it was more a case of their dad playing it with them. They make me play Plants vs Zombies, Battle for Neighborville sometimes. I bought it for them, but I got it free with Prime Gaming on like Origin or whatever. So again, I'm not interested in it, but I think it's more the social aspect that they're playing something with their dads. So, and I play on, I've got handhelds, you know, Steam Deck or GPD Win 4. So I'll go in the front room where they are with their laptops and I'll go in and play. So I might actually do that today. I just have to install it on the thing. No, not 2 weeks. He asked for a week, man, but I said to him he can when the weekend starts on Saturday he can go back to video gaming when I'm off, but during the week he's doing coding. So who knows, by the end of the week he might actually make a blockbuster game himself out of spite. You know, the little one, he genuinely is like he's very intelligent, you know, like for his age. Like the guy, the way he sees stuff and does stuff, it is amazing. So when it comes to Shredder's Revenge, my favorite character really in Shredder's Revenge, the normal game, was April or Mikey. So let's go with we'll go with Mikey in this one. We'll see what Mikey's like. Again, what a fantastic ROM hack. Big shout out to Andy D. He actually made a version that actually used what is it, the CD quality soundtrack. So I actually put in the soundtrack from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time. I actually requested that. I was like, Andy, can you put in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game soundtrack? Because I love it, but he said it was a little bit tinny and it wasn't sounding good. And I get that, because sometimes I'm trying to work a particular soundtrack and it just doesn't work that well. So he ended up putting, I've got a video on it. In fact, I did a live stream kind of testing that out. But guys, this is one of the ROM hacks of the year, man. It is amazing. It's Streets of Rage and it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, what you get with a lot of Streets of Rage hacks is you get characters in there. So you'll get like a Street Fighter 1, but every enemy in the game is from Streets of Rage. This one, not only have the enemies changed, the bosses have changed. You know, the flying boss in Streets of Rage has turned into Wingnut. You've got Bebop, you've got Rocksteady, you've got the whole party in here, and look at that. Even the food has turned to a slice of pizza, which I don't need, but I've used it. And what's cool here, look, when I try and pick up the knife, you're going to see he's just going to drop it straight away. So you can't use the weapons. You are Turtles, you know, you are the weapon yourself. Love the dive kicks. Makes it feel like a fighting game, you know, like Yuno Yang or someone. And it's exactly like that. You jump up. Oh, no, actually, it is just fire with jump. I'm in a habit of moving it down to do a dive kick. What would have been really cool is if you fell down the hole and it said, who turned down the lights? You know, the way it does in Turtles. But again, look how this seriously is fantastic. Like, can't praise how great this is. You know, it's available on the internet. There's patch files available for it, where you can probably find a composed one. So look, that's his special. So let's use it. So because I've got the pizza up here. What am I doing? I'm only playing this on the stream. I don't need to play it so seriously. See, I'd go through and say like Streets of Rage 2 is one of the best brawlers out, and it's a lot better than a lot of the arcade ones that I grew up, played and loved. Stuff like Final Fight, because this was designed on console. It wasn't designed to guzzle your coins. It was designed for you to be able to get it. With obviously there's skill involved. You can't just walk through the game, but it wasn't designed to cheat you out of your money. Which all the arcade games I love, I know they were there to guzzle your money. You know, the first level was relatively okay. You could get past that rather quickly in the vast majority of games. But the second level is where things started to get really tough. If you made it to the third level, they got even tougher, and the later you went in the game, the tougher things got. So let's get just past this part over to the tables. Really do like the graphics in the next part, in that kind of bar, and the lighting on the Mega Drive and everything. It looks really good. So there's a big slice of pizza. There should have been a whole pizza. In fact, that's what I've got for dinner later. I've got pizza and garlic bread. That's what the kids want. Yeah. Again, just really good. So this hasn't got a back attack, by the way. The back attack, you know, like in Shredder's Revenge, you've got like your kind of aerial attack. You can cancel it as well, though. I think you can. Hold on. Yeah, you can cancel it, like the startup of it. Interesting. All right, guys, let's see. go to, you know what, I'm at the moment, Craig, I'm using 8-bit do Ultimate USB-C. I did start with the M30, but I don't know what's, I feel like the M30, it definitely drops inputs in the menu and stuff, whereas, but that one's better for playing Saturn stuff on. Like generally, like unless I'm playing a fighting game or a Saturn game, or even like Mega Drive games like this one, I like the 8-bit Do controller, but if I had to pick one controller, the Ultimate USB Type-C, because generally if I'm playing fighters, I'll use an arcade stick. Right, let's run another core so we can cram a few cores near the end. Bad kids don't get pizza. Oh, look at that. Wow-wee. Like, look at that wallpaper, man. That is just a treat. There's a lot of stuff on screen, but the way it's kind of scaled on screen and what you see and where the menu pops up is just fantastic. Someone mentioned the DOS core. Oh, here we go, DOS games. So can't remember how these kind of work, but we'll run with one. Okay, so I managed to run a few on there. Really sorry if they don't run out straight away. Let's try and run something that we know runs on a controller. Let's go to another world. This was really, really good. And we'll give it a little bit of an attempt because someone did mention it. And, you know, I like to try and at least, you know, try. Oh, okay, wicked. That's just booted up straight away. Yeah, 8-bit Do Pro 2. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I've got a whole bunch of, I think I've got four M30 controllers. The black one, the white one in RF. The white one is what I use because it's USB-C. It's just easier to charge. Then I've got two Bluetooth ones that I initially bought in black. They're USB-C as well. I don't really use them. They're just kind of lying about. I used to keep one in my drawer at my old work, but my new work, haven't got the time to do that stuff. So I brought that one home. Then I've got two Ultimate USB-C controllers. One of the older ones, one of the new ones that just got released. I haven't even opened that one yet. Then I've got the SN30, which I think is a great controller. And it's really nice because of the buttons on the back. You can have DIN put, X input, and connected to the switch. You just need to swap the switch and it will connect to like multiple devices. So that's really good. Does Windows XP... Do you know what, Gillen? I'm the wrong guy to answer this stuff, man. I really don't know. I don't think it does. I don't think we've got XP working on a 486. I'm just clueless when it comes to the computer side. I do like this game. I played this game on my Amiga. I think it's a fantastic game, really, really good game. And these games remind me of like Prince of Persia, Another World, Flashback. You had those kind of adventurous games, and this game's just super, man. It's really, really good. And I know the AL46 core, it's a lot of people hold it in high regard, but I think it's a 386 core overclocked or something. Again, this is just what other people say about it. I am a kind of noob to this. I was excited when this came out. I learned how to put it on. I did a video on it, but this isn't something I really play. I haven't really got a setup to play stuff, you know, on a PC, like a desktop style thing. It's more like sit in front of it and use a controller. But yeah, this game was groundbreaking when it came out. I still remember seeing it. The graphics were like nothing like I'd ever seen. Just seeing that, you know, that can drink being open, drinking. By today's standards, yeah, what we've got, it's nothing. But at the time this came out, this was amazing, and it's just amazing to relive this stuff on the MiSTer FPGA. Sorry, who was asking about okay, sorry. Let me just have a look at chat there, guys. So guys, if someone really does want to play like old PC games from like, I can't remember, 98, 2000, there's a project called ITX Llama. If you look at not the news video I dropped yesterday, if you go to last week's one, I think episode 117, there shows you where you can buy this PC that's specifically made to play all those old games. Lou's Retro Source has he's done a video on it because Lou's really into that PC side of stuff as well, so he knows a lot more about it. But anyone that wants PC gaming, that might be a viable option for you, right? Hopefully the controls are set. If not, oh yeah, no, okay, they weren't. Okay, I just got killed straight away. So that's the AL46 core. I'm going to run into another core. But yeah, so there is a way of, yeah, so there's a way, again, look at that, man. Is that a background from, is that Last Blade, Samurai Showdown, or I don't know what it is, but it looks really, really nice. I love backgrounds like this. But yeah, so that you can get an ITX Llama. Maybe you want to check that project out for anyone that wants like to play classic PC games as in the best way possible. It seems like a very, very good solution, and they do like group buys in order to get PCBs cheaper, because obviously the more you buy, look at that, by default I've gone to arcade again. So yeah, you can buy them together as a group to get your stuff, and the guys seem like a very, very good bunch. But I always say, do your due diligence when you get into the stuff, get involved in the community, check that stuff out. Okay, so I put this a while back. When's that? Oh, that's from unstable that's from March. The newer update, all core is newer than that. Okay. Big shout out to SRG320 as well for his excellent work on the PC Engine core, and a big shout out to David Shadoff as well for maintaining the core and providing updates to it. Just some really, really good stuff. Oh, this has got CD stuff as well, hasn't it? Okay. Let's have a look at the intro for this, because the intro for this is fantastic and it takes a little while before it goes in. We've got really good core on the Analog Pocket as well. Big shout out to Mazamars for porting this over. But love this, and this is one of the best intros of all time. It is just really, really good. This is a very, very difficult game. The sound's low, so I'm going to blast it on full. Now, intro for this is just fantastic. Gives me goosebumps, and that's what we've got on the MiSTer. You know, we've got stuff like we've got the PC Engine, we've got the PC Engine CD. It does all of that, and it does it really, really well. And this has just got a banging soundtrack. Let's see if I can skip this, because I would have played this before. Maybe I played it on a different SD card or a different MiSTer. I've actually got three MiSTers now. I don't really want to get any more. That's why I didn't go for a QM Tech one, because if I buy it, I'm not gonna. I'm glad I didn't. I did actually speak to QM Tech and I said, let me know when you've got a fully bundled kit, and they didn't respond back to me. After they said yes, they will let me know, but they didn't let me know. I'm kind of glad I didn't buy it, because you know, I'm going to do like one review, but I'm not going to make back the money that I paid on it, you know, and I've already got 3 MiSTers, so you know, I might end up giving one to my cousin at some point, but the MiSTers are different. I've got my single RAM one, I've got my dual RAM one, and I've got the MiSTer Pi. So I've got 3 different MiSTers, and hopefully in future I'll get a handheld MiSTer. I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully I'll get, you know, more of the Taki stuff to review. Taki for the whole part has been, I like the guy, man. He's been very transparent. He's been very, very cool. So, but I'm really looking forward to the handheld MiSTer. You know, I'm happy to pay money for it. I'm happy to get it as a review copy, as long as I can get it, right? That's the important thing. I want the MiSTer Pi handheld. I want a handheld MiSTer. That will be like the pinnacle, the holy grail of my handhelds. I love my handhelds. No worries, I'm just starting to read more about some of these cores were created. Yeah, it's cool. The good thing is, wherever you get the core from, if you go to the GitHub, if it's support of the core, then the original core author or the core developer is actually credited. So again, this is banging. All right, let's press the run button, which I did. Okay, this is, oh, okay, so it's really weird how you kind of start this. So you kind of got to put in your name. Okay. And then I think you go end. Now you go and pick it up. It's very, very weird how it's done. Now, if you've got a save file, that's Gaming Kid. I actually like that username, man. I like how you spelt that. Really random question. Has anyone heard anything about batch 1 cases Taki was talking about? Also, I'd love to see how much you're covering. Also, love to see how much you're covering on everything PC. Oh, wicked! Thank you, man. Yeah, the weekly news video is like the main thing. Anything else is just whenever I get time, man. I don't always get time now after work. My mum's staying with me at the moment. She's got dementia, so when I come back from work, I kind of see to her for a bit. Obviously the kids, the family, so the weekday time's gone a little bit, but I do try and squeeze videos out there wherever possible. When it comes to batch 1, I think Taki's waiting for the cases from a new manufacturer. There's been a delay, and then he'll roll out batch 2, and people that bought batch 1 will be able to get themselves a case for the price of the postage. Sorry, you're gonna turn this down just a tad. But yeah, what a soundtrack. This gives me goosebumps, man. Love this intro. This is like one of the best intros I've ever seen. It's just so damn cool. Imagine walking into like a video game shop when you're a kid and they had this playing, this intro. Like I'd just leave this intro playing on loop. It is just fantastic, man. The soundtrack for this game is wicked. This game is just bliss. It is difficult, and it's just a testament to how goddamn great the MiSTer is, man. It is just a fantastic machine, and I don't say it lightly, guys. The MiSTer is king. I tried emulation for years. I've got so many different handhelds. I've got so many different powerful PCs, different devices that do stuff. Nothing beats the MiSTer as this overall machine that just does everything. Yo, filet afternoon, how are you doing? I'm still waiting for batch 1 Taki case 2. Yeah, I think when batch 2 comes around and those cases come, then batch 1 cases will come. And you know, as far as you know, Taki so far, his behavior and his transparency has been excellent. So I forget you can go on horses here. Again, brilliant speech. What a brilliant. Love the jump in here as well. Look at that. Look, it's such a cool darn jump. I think I just have to dodge here. Can't remember. But I do like when they have like these set pieces. They have that in a lot of Castlevania games where you just have to get through it. I mean, who remembers playing Harmony of Distance for the first time? But that thing is chasing you. You think, oh man, I'm gonna die, and that thing can't even kill you. You know, it's programmed just to chase you and create that kind of atmosphere. Again, great Castlevania games, but guys, when I say this is a difficult game, man, this is not an easy game. It's a great game. But it is tough. But Castlevania, generally speaking, isn't really known for being an easy game. Again, the soundtrack for this is great. I need to turn my own headphones up so I can hear it while I'm jamming with you guys. Just walked in before. Loving the MiSTer. Honestly, my problem is finding what stick to play. Keep jumping around games. Yeah, that's the thing. There is just too much choice, isn't there? So do you know what would be really good for you? Maybe get a Tap 2 or use that kind of random script where it launches a random game. That's always a lot of fun. Yeah, so when it comes to a stick, like if I'm playing seriously and like the boys come around, then I have to use 2 Mad Catz Tournament Edition sticks. But if I'm playing casually, I just use like the 8-bit Do wireless stick. I've got them modded with Sanwa buttons, but even the stock stick is okay. Like I can play Street Fighter on it, but the only thing I don't like about those sticks, when I'm playing Street Fighter on it, there's not enough space on the left hand side of the stick for my hand to rest. So I end up you end up not being able to do my moves well on one player's side because of lack of space, and that's the only issue I have with that actual stick. It's that it has lack of space on the left for me to rest my hands. If the stick was a little bit further to the right, closer to the buttons, it would be the ideal stick. It would be my #1 stick. I'd actually stop using my Mad Catz sticks. I like it that much. But yeah, oh, I see Phyllis saying snack. I think bundle 2 comes, batch 2, sorry, comes bundled with snack from what I remember. Now remember these big things here, look at that, you see them and you think that is some crazy ass boss, and it's not. You know, it's gonna chuck a fireball, then it's gonna punch me. Ah. I thought it punches. Okay, but that could be a boss, man. I mean, that thing is big. Like, that fire effect would look amazing on a CRT. You know, we're seeing it in HDMI again. It looks just really, really good. That one punches, right? Did he breathe the fire out as well? Okay, I think I'll get like a refill. I'm gonna fight the boss here. Looks good. Yes, you know what? That's good, man. I need to use snack more. Like I just wish I've had more time. I want to do like a new video on the reflex adapt, some snack stuff, some controllers. One of the subscribers on the channel, when he went to Japan, man, good guy, good friend. He asked me if I wanted anything, and you know, I wanted a few controllers, and he picked them up for me. So I've got like good condition SNES controller. I've got like a Master System or a limited edition kind of Master System controller. I've got a PC Engine controller. I could play it with that, but you know, when you do videos where you're actually filming stuff, it makes it a little bit harder because, you know, you need to film all the raw footage first, then you need to get the gameplay footage. The video takes a lot longer to do, and I keep putting it off, but you know, I will do that stuff at some point. Nice, grab me, man. Well, I'm gonna be dead. Oh wow, okay, bloody hell, I beat it, man. Yeah, I've seen those octopus sticks, man. They're expensive. I might pick up like a Soul Calibur 2 stick at some point, but it's just all the modding I need to get done to it, you know. I'll do. Oh, guys, about 10 more minutes left of the stream, man. Otherwise, my wife will kill me, man. Wow, we've been at it for 2 hours. Wow. Okay, that's pretty amazing. Right, actually, you know what? Let's run another game. Let's run another core. This is a great game. Let's see, guys. Any cool? Oh, look at that! WWF Superstars, man. This is a really good game. But I'm gonna lay it off arcade for a second. I'm gonna go console again, and you know, we've got the Psycho Accurate Mega Drive core. What else have we got? We had to look at Game Boy Color, a little bit of Game Boy Advance. Okay, so this is an interesting call from Adam Guestin. You haven't checked it for a while. I prefer playing this on a handheld, to be completely honest. Or maybe I don't have the games for it then. Okay, I don't. I think I've got it on a different one. Okay, cool. Don't forget. Yeah, man. No. Clock's backwards. Clock went backwards, dude. They went back. So, yeah, it's 10 to 1. It would have been 10 to 2. So where are we now? Right, let's go console. Well, no, that would have been interesting call to have a look at. I just didn't have any games for it. The Neo Geo core, we've not looked at that. Okay, let's have a look at what else we've got. Okay, well, let's do maybe Neo Geo and PlayStation. And Neo Geo is good because it shows you the games have got very, very good attract modes. So let's go world. And oh, when we go world, let's go World Heroes. And I really do like this World Heroes perfect game. I just wish if I had people that played it with me, you know. This is a fantastic game. And the Neo Geo core, big shout out to Furtek, man. Guy is amazing at what he does. You know, when he does something, he does an amazing job of it. And this is a testament of his hard work. The Neo Geo core is just absolutely wicked on this. Yeah, it's really, really good. It's been ported over to different FPGA systems as well, like the CD, along with what's the other one? Yeah, it's been ported over by Mazamas to the Analog Pocket. So yeah, Neo Geo's wicked, man. Obviously, it's got classics on there like Metal Slug 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever number they go up to. It's got some crazy games on there. It's got classics like one of the best brawlers ever out there, a game called Garou Mark of the Wolves, and it's got like lesser kind of known games, or these aren't like the big tournament games, World Heroes or World Heroes Perfect, but stuff like King of Fighters that many people like. What's this? Jan Best Girl. Oh, okay, is Jan a character in this? Sorry, I don't know this too well. I do play this actually. Funny enough, I play this on Arcade Archives or Retro Archer on the Switch. I just like it a lot. The CPU is difficult to beat in this though. It's not a walkover. I always end up losing, and the CPU does quite well, like generally speaking. So yeah, Neo Geo core, man, like what, you know, what, like, so I know I say like I want like newer FPGA consoles, but where we are with the MiSTer, guys, like this has all of my childhood in here. The MiSTer has everything I could want to play that I had as a kid, you know. Until I even when I left school and I was a bit older, stuff like the PlayStation we've got on here and the N64. The newer stuff that's not out for it, cool. Like if it comes out in a future FPGA, cool. But what we've got to talk about is when we're looking at retro stuff, MiSTer's pretty much got you covered, man. If you were like me and you grew up on like 8 and 16-bit, but then you were still around for the 32 and the 64-bit stuff, you know, that stuff's covered. But let's say the MiSTer only had 8 and 16-bit stuff on there. It had like, you know, CPS1, CPS2, Neo Geo. I would be happy with that. I won't even need anything else. For me, it'll be that party box. I'll be like, look, guys, I've got the ultimate machine. You know, this is what you've got. Viewpoint, yeah, we can run Viewpoint. But I'm not gonna play. I'm just gonna talk nonsense, and we're gonna do that. The restart point. I kind of like that name, man. It's cool. Very original. Like very good name. The only thing I need in my life, FPGA wise, is Dreamcast. Yeah, I mean PS2. I'm not really too fussed about. I only want the Dreamcast for Capcom versus SNK 2 more than anything else. That's it. It's for one game. So apart from that, I don't actually mind playing Dreamcast on emulation. I know there's a bit of latency, but there's a lot of there's certain games like I don't feel too much latency on, especially 3D games. 2D fighters is where I'll feel it, and that's the main issue we've got with Dreamcast. When I play it on Fightcade or any emulation out there, I always feel like there's just too much. There's too much input delay. There's too much input delay, and that input delay just, it needs to, you know, if that was minimized, then I really hope it does, and I hope things like run ahead can be implemented into the Dreamcast core, so where I can really enjoy Capcom versus SNK 2. But if we do get an FPGA core, and it looks like that's the kind of, that's whoever gets the next generation FPGA, you know, we've got a lot of vaporware around at the moment, and we've got you know, we've got some projects that are true projects that, you know, people are working on. So whoever gets there first, whether it's one of the vaporware ones that ends up being real, or whether it's you know, what I consider a legitimate project by legitimate people, whichever one comes out first and gets the Dreamcast will kind of win potentially that next generation race. MiSTer will always have its place. You know, there's people that have got arcade setups with MiSTercade, and they've got those running out there. They don't need more than a MiSTer. We go to the arcade, we play old games. We don't go, oh, let's run a newer game. You go and play King of Fighters, you go and play Street Fighter, whatever you play, that's the arcade machine you're playing. So Dreamcast GD email will keep me. Yeah, no, that's really cool, man. I just don't want many devices out, man. Until my kids get older and move out, I'm limited to space, man. So in the bedroom, in my setup, what I've got set up is I've got a MiSTer, and I've got the analog pocket dock on my desk, but I can plug in a different MiSTer. Like, that's why I like the Tachyudon one. If I want to use that, I'll just plug out the USB-C power that I'm using in the analog dock, and I just plug it into the Tachyudon MiSTer Pi, and it just runs. As well as that, I've got like a switch dock in my room. That's it. Downstairs, they've got the consoles. Obviously, I've got my laptop. I need a new laptop, man, but I'm not looking to pay more than £1,000. And I'm trying to see if at some point I can see something with a RTX 4070 or a 4080 and 32 gig of RAM. You know, I likely will find it at some point when a deal pops up. But yeah, I'll see, man. I want to get a new one before Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, because my kids are rocking the powerful ones. I've got a 1660 Ti, and I think that will struggle playing it at 30 FPS. Or I might run it at 30 FPS, but I want 60 FPS, you know, preferably. And I want to be able to stream it as well, hopefully from the same machine. So let's have a quick look at the PlayStation Core now. And again, you know, Robert Pipe is just amazing at what he does. Okay, we've got an older game here, and yeah, that's cool. So we've got different PlayStation cores. We've got one that runs at 2 times the CPU, and we've got this one here that does like just the normal kind of vanilla one out there. So let's run a game. I should have a few PlayStation games. Oh, that's kind of loudish. Let's turn that down a bit. Again, absolutely epic sound. Very nostalgic, you know, the PlayStation, that kind of boot up sound that we got. So I've got quite a lot of games on here, man. Ooh, Bloody Roar 2. What have we got? I just want something where I can leave it running and it kind of looks all right. See, Symphony of Night is a classic, but it doesn't go into like a tracked mode or anything. So let's see what we've got. Ooh, Dino Crisis 2, does that have like an intro? This is a really good game, by the way, guys, and I really hope that they remake the Dino Crisis games. I know there's been rumors floating about of that Capcom are going to be making it after the success of like the Resident Evil remakes, and every single Resident Evil remake is good. From one I liked, but then when 2 came out, that was amazing. 3, I know people don't think highly of it. I really like 3. I liked it on the PlayStation originally, and I like the remake as well. I clocked it. I clocked 2 and 3, the remakes. So I like it a lot. 4, I need to kind of get back to playing and complete that. But I'm a fan of the remakes, and I really do hope Capcom do remake the Dino Crisis games, man. Like Dino Crisis 1, I got bored of. I couldn't quite get into it, but I really felt like 2 was amazing. It was magical at how good it was. Let me load up the menu. I don't think I've got pause on, but maybe it doesn't go into... Oh, it does. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, cool. We got a nice FMV, and guys, remember back in the day, these FMVs were top, man. I used to love looking at all this stuff. Just felt really good checking this stuff out, seeing the dinosaurs. But this is one game I remember when I bought it. I was off the weekend, Saturday. I played it and I completed it in one sitting without turning off my PlayStation. I really did like this game. When I try and play it now, like, the controls feel a bit dated. Some of the set pieces in here, along with tank controls. Like, tank controls, yeah, I can kind of get used to them again, but honestly, I don't want to get used to them again. Oh, I know Philae likes track and field. I remember Marvel vs. Capcom on the PlayStation, you couldn't tag, and on the Dreamcast you could tag. It was, you know, it was a lot better on there. Okay, it actually does run some of the game. So let's have a look at that. That's interesting. Again, really good game. Like, I can't praise this game enough, and I really hope Capcom do make a remake. We know Silent Hill 2 got a remake, and it sold over 1 million copies already. That's doing really well. So I really do hope that, yeah, Capcom, you know, when they're having a meeting, when they're having a board meeting, they're like, yeah, we need to get on this. Oh, this is a really good game. Ridge Racer Type 4. The Ridge Racer games are good, and I really feel like we need more arcade racers. We need a new R-Type. I know someone's making one of the Sega games. Was it Sega that are remaking it, but they're rebranding their game, so they're using the game, the engine, but they're just taking out all the cars that are licensed. So essentially you're getting the same game, you're just not getting Ferrari or whatever, you know, whatever cars were licensed in there for that particular time. And that's why, like, Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast is stuck in limbo. That's a fantastic game. That's a game everybody should play. It is such a great racer, especially now with like the new tweaks for it. It's just fantastic. And I really do hope we get more arcadey racers, because that's what I like. I like arcadey racers. Like, you know, Burnout I think is really, really good, but I hate the fact that Burnout went into, oh, I don't want to get a copyright warning, you know. Let me press start here quickly. Let's have a look, just in case, because sometimes with Ridge Racer or something, you never know what soundtrack you're gonna get. Right, this is a game I know people really want as an arcade core. Let's see what else we got. Something. Oh, okay, Rival Schools, man. Rival Schools. This is. I like this. I like this game. I think the one on the Dreamcast is a lot better. That's another game actually. I'd like to. I'd enjoy on the Dreamcast core if in the future we get one on whatever FPGA. It would be the. It will be Rival Schools Project Justice, man. That was a great game. I remember playing it at the time and enjoying it at the time. And there are different fighters on the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast is a good machine for fighters. Where it had like, you know, was it Fighters? I can't remember now. The one, you know, the follow-up to the one on the Saturn, which was good. Okay, so what's here? What we got here? Okay, Virgin used to publish a lot of games, man. Oh, actually, you know what? You know what we have got? And I think this is thanks to... This is thanks to Philae. Right, let's go Time Bokken series, because I really do like this game, and thanks Philae for putting me onto these, man, because I found this on the Saturn core and I really liked it. And yeah, and then Philae was like, there's more out for the PlayStation as well. Someone else pointed that out as well. Def Bob, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, no dude, that's a Dreamcast. That's on Naomi. The one on PlayStation is Marvel vs. Capcom 1 with, well, you can't tag in there. So I don't know if you played Team, maybe you had to oh, I don't know if the anime cartoons in here kind of get a warning. Let's go. Is this the same one? Let me play this quickly. Again, some of the outros that I use has this soundtrack, so fantastic game, guys. This really do like this game. Have I pressed the wrong button? Maybe I have. No. So what's that? Tetsunoko. This is based on Tetsunoko characters. Okay, this is different to that one. Again, pick like your character. Let's go with the middle one here. Okay, so let's circle. So fun fact here, right? In Europe, it was cross to go forward, but in Japan, it was circle to go forward. So Metal Gear, the European version, in order to start the game, Metal Gear 2 specifically on the PS2, you had to press circle to go forward in a menu. So when I had my game shop, so many people would bring that back saying they can't get off the title screen. And then you'd have to demonstrate the game and show them that you have to press a circle button. I mean, this is a very good series of games, guys. I can't recommend these enough. Look at Time Bokken series. Really good soundtracks they have as well. Very good soundtrack. Good enemies, just crazy and wacky, man. Can't just love this game, man. And I imagine these were in the arcade as well, so I wonder if in future we'll get the arcade cores. But honestly, the Saturn version is fantastic, and so is the PlayStation version. So wicked. Okay, so let's run Robocop. Yeah, Robocop is a great arcade game, and we did run that on here. So again, this is a fantastic game, man. Really good. Right, wow, gonna have to. Right. Oh, look at that Monkey Island wallpaper, man. Wicked. Let's see if there's one more console, and then I might finish up on an arcade game. Okay, we've got the Wonder Swan Color Core. Not a system I know much about, but again, there's a lot on here, and I've not covered everything that's on the MiSTer, but you know, comprehensively. But there's a lot of stuff on there, and hopefully I have got the games on here. I have. Fire Lancer. This is something that's that Philae put me on. Philae's like, man, you got to check this game, Fire Lancer. It's a great shmup, and hopefully it just runs. Hopefully it runs, and there's no issues with it. I don't really use this core much because I didn't have this system. So let's see if this demo works of it. Okay, maybe I'm missing something here. Apologies, guys. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a nice one. I don't even know what game that is. Okay, so let's go maybe something like from, let's go NES. Guys, anyone think of a classic NES game? We'll run with a NES game, and then we'll leave it on an arcade game. So let's go NES. Yeah, Philly, you're the one that told me about Firelance. I didn't just kind of boot up there, so I'll leave that now because I'm kind of rushing through to try and get some streams. So I've got a whole bunch of Castlevania bootlegs, man. But maybe we'll just run another game. So, right, okay. So, is this where all the games are? And I think we just want to go to Super Mario 2. It's a game that I really like. I know it's not regarded one of the best Super Mario Brothers game, but I really like this, man. I think it's a great game, and it's very easy when you pick the female characters. It Peach, Daisy, whatever she's called, just makes it very, very easy. It had a good soundtrack as well, and I had the timing down for like the cherries for the bonus stage, which was pressing two buttons quickly. All right, restart point. Last game we're going to finish on is going to be UN Squadron, man, on the arcade core. So I think I've got like scan lines on in here, but I think they look good. Hopefully, they look good. They're looking good on your screen. Yeah, man, Philly, I really do like this game. Come on, run into. I can't remember if it runs into an attract mode or something. Nah, it just loops that. All right, let's go. Let's go. We're going to finish up, guys. We're going to do UN Squadron. We can chat a little bit, and UN. Okay, wicked. Now this game was really good. I played it on the SNES, and man, this game is tough. This game was very, very tough. Like, I had a tough time playing it. I played it in the arcade originally. I remember a friend of mine was like, "Man, this game's wicked. Check it out." And this is the game where I was deciding what character to pick. My friend goes, "Man, whenever I play a new arcade game, I always pick the middle character because generally they're not the fastest, but they're not the strongest. They're somewhere in between." So I kind of like that rule, or I like that thought process. And I thought to myself, you know what, that's actually quite smart. And I picked the middle character. Not always true, because sometimes the middle character isn't the best character. You know, it might be the first character, the last character, whatever. Different games, different tiers, different advantages, different play styles. But at least as a general rule, that's what I kind of went to. So this is a great game. This is a great game. It's a Capcom horizontal shmup. Very, very stylish. My favorite one from Capcom is probably Giga Wing, but I played Giga Wing on emulation. I never played it originally when it was released. Unlike UN Squadron, played it in the arcade, got it for the SNES, never completed it on the SNES. It was just way too difficult, very, very difficult. But this had like a shop feature in it, where at the end of the level, or the beginning when you start, you know, as well as your normal fire, you'd buy some power-ups. So this is a great game. So guys, kind of wrapping up the stream, do appreciate each and every one of you guys stopping by. Thank you for all like your support recently. You guys truly have been awesome. But to conclude, guys, the MiSTer is absolutely awesome. If you want an all-in-one solution that's just easy to play, we're getting cheaper options now. You don't have to buy an original D10 Nano and buy all the accessories, which before used to be, you know, around the 350, 400, 450, 500 mark, depending whether you buy a full set, whether you buy the components yourself. We've got options now with the MiSTer Pi from Takiuron, where you can get a whole set ready to go, plug and play for, like, you know, UK, we're talking 160, 170 pounds. Let's just say 200 pounds or less delivered, including tax and delivery charges. We've got the QM Tech clone, which I think again would come in fully ready to go, cased up with an SD card, with SD RAM, ready to go, and you can play that. And if you're a person out there that can feel latency, especially, that's one of the big things for me. It's the latency that I felt in fighters. It's the latency that I felt in shmups. Now, you may not feel it in every game, and you might be playing games thinking, man, I'm old, I suck at this game, I used to be good when I was little. And then you may actually come to realize that you're not actually that bad at the game. It's just that there's a lot of input lag in there, but you're not realizing it, and you're thinking that's how the game was. So the MiSTer eradicates all of that. There's some cores on the MiSTer that are far beyond what their software emulation counterparts are. It's a fantastic machine, guys. And yeah, we're getting into that era now where people are like, we want to push further. But honestly, if you're a kid of like the 80s and like the early 90s, especially, this machine has got you covered. And you know, there could be an argument even mid to late 90s with some of the stuff it can do. There's still a lot more life left in there. There are so many arcade games out there that can be ported over. So MiSTer is wicked. My love for it is arcade first and foremost. Everything else is second, but by no means am I putting anything else down. Everyone has a reason why they got a MiSTer. Some people got it for the N64. Some people got it for, you know, a very, very basic or an early days game like Xavier's, for example, that someone mentioned here. So it's completely up to you. It's very, very subjective what you like. I got it for CPS2, but as a bonus, I got SNES, I got Mega Drive, I got Neo Geo, I got the PlayStation, I got the N64. Like, there's just so much more out there. I got all the different arcade cores and arcade galore. My favorite games growing up. But that's kind of it, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna go down and have some lunch with the family before my wife kills me. And remember, guys, if I ever disappear, let them know it was the wife. But that's it. Be absolutely awesome to one another, guys. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja.